get this on YouTube. Yeah. Weird. I said go live, but it shows, hey, it looks like one chat, and actually that could just be you. Um, but it's not streaming on my internet.
Not here yet either. It says upcoming.
Yeah. So we have a thumbs up, and we have Birkin. Yeah. Hi. How come I can't get into this if you guys are in it? Okay, let me see if I can
Exactly.
reload. Let me reload.
I'm doing
Reload
the
this. Oh,
same.
actually, it's going through. There is a delay, so we're seeing
Right.
it on our devices. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Yay! Hi, Linda S. Hi, Birkin Boy. I'm so excited. It's been, well, I didn't get quite as much done as I wanted to do today, but I did go into my abyss of a closet and realize I am missing 3 bags. I do not know where they are. I had them a month ago. Cannot find them. I have to find them now because now I'm obsessed. The only thing I could think of is there must be in this corner that I'm avoiding. You know,
Ah.
it's like, oh no. But I do have a little bit of an agenda. And I'll probably repeat myself like 15 times today, but um, I've just been like all over the place. I'm like, I should write this down. I should talk about this Friday. Did I write this down? Too much planning. Too much planning. But I am
Oh, good.
really pale. I'm going to find the lipstick because I look like, what color lipstick to wear? Ooh, this one. I I really should probably get rid of these because they don't make these anymore. They're a couple longer than they should be. Probably at their expiration date. Oh, never worn. Never worn. Yeah, way to go, Jackie. Yeah.
Wow, we look terrible on the screen over here. It's all pixelated.
I'm not pixelated.
Just probably me.
Refresh. Yeah. So I have, this is the Marc Jacobs beauty line. They don't make it anymore. Awesome. And this lipstick is infamous. And it's rose. Well, no, it's not rose. It just says infamous. Some of the best lipstick I have ever purchased, and they don't make it anymore, of course, because that's the way it goes. Hey, D. Higginbotham. I have
Mary
two
Kay from
screens.
1995. That's pretty old.
I don't have. Oh wait, who has Mary Kay from 1995?
Linda S.
Oh, you're not wearing that though, right, Linda? Um, let's see. Oh, I see that. Uh, hey, Linda Passos, and yeah, I can't toss it either. You could use it just for reference of color. Just don't use it, probably. Um, Angela, hello everyone. Yeah, it's been a week, right? I took the day off, guys, so thank you, Birkin Boy. You are very good for my self image. You're always giving me compliments. I actually hate using straws, but I hate getting lipstick prints on my glasses more. So
Oh,
I always, this is one I just don't. It's like, which one do I deal with, a straw or a lipstick print? So I wanted to show you guys. I was talking a couple weeks ago, I think, about my not Louis Vuitton, but my Tiffany collection and what I have left. So this necklace, I used to sleep in this and wear this all the time, and it's just really heavy. So I stopped. I had neck issues, so I stopped wearing it. But this is it's not. It hasn't been clean. It's just been hanging up. But this is a very wonderful heavy gauge woven chain, silver chain out of Thailand. But so the Tiffany part on this, way back in the
bracelet
dark
on.
ages,
Okay.
they used to make, and they still do. I saw them currently doing this. This is a keychain.
Yeah.
This is a sterling silver keychain. They still make
Hmm.
them. So
Yes.
I saw this keychain and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. This is what I need because I wanted something that was continuous. Um, and it was the right gauge for me to put this chain on. And
Pretty
then
ingenious.
yeah, so this is
I'm like, oh, I
my
can.
return to Tiffany. This is also a Tiffany charm. It just has it's not there's nothing on it. It just says Tiffany on the bottom. And this is a Tiffany bar. I think this is so I got rid of my
Oh yeah.
Atlas collection, and then this is a sterling silversmith that's a custom, this is just artisan made. This is Native American made right here. It's the wolf or the sundial, the sun. And then this over here is just the state of Texas because, and it says don't mess with Texas, which is an anti-litter campaign. And I thought that was so cool. I do need to polish this up and maybe wear it. But so this is one of the things I used to wear. Actually, I might just put it on now as I wear it. So how I put this on, and it's a pain in the neck.
I don't have any
Oh
lights on here, but remember this broken class? Well,
yeah.
I downloaded the info and filled out the information. I'm going to send it off. We'll see what happens.
Hopefully they can repair it. Um, so this is the problem with this. The way these open is this is a screw ball.
Yes.
There we go. And it can be a pain in the neck. So that's all it is. It's threaded. So underneath this, I'm assuming this is stainless with sterling because sterling is very soft to just be. So the way you put this on, and I'm doing this in the camera, this, and then I sleep in this, and I don't take it off, so
Yeah.
it will stay on. Let's see, what am I missing?
This
Hey Susie,
the weird
huh?
thing about this one, this Tiffany necklace,
Yeah,
is I put the dog tag right here and
yeah.
it stays there. This thing doesn't spin.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so let's take off this one. So this is my sterling silver, not my. And hey guys, tell me if this sounds okay. My headset goes in and out. Let me see what I've missed on my chats. I know I've missed people coming in. Angela, so she's tired. Yep, I understand that. Um, Linda
D.
and oh D, hi D. I said hi. Oh hey Susie, I live. I think I bought 60 lipsticks. I bought a few lipsticks this month. I need to stop buying lipsticks and start wearing them. um, so see. Thank you for Burton Boy. Everyone thumbs up the live. Yay. Yeah, I did put a community notice out, so I don't know how many people are gonna be like coming, but and I'm going earlier than normal. And
Right.
it's just,
Way earlier.
the weekend. And it's just the
Yeah.
weekend, so or beginning of the weekend. Angela, I just saw the dinky bag on Etsy. Whoa, that's nice. 137 is pretty good. They run between that and about 200. If you can get them for 80, that's pretty good price. Um, it looks like it's high quality. Um, the necklace or the bag. I love how you think outside of the box to make. Oh yeah, this is seriously. I bought this. Okay, so actually, if I remember correctly, this is how this was sold as a keychain, right?
Right.
This is how it's sold, and this is a sterling silver stainless. I'm almost 100% sure this has to be stainless, and this is sterling, and it's just plated or something because there's no way. And then I just
Yeah.
added all of these other charms to make this fit so that I didn't have to. It didn't spin because a lot of times when it's threaded through, the weight of especially like this one, the weight of class will spin it and it will be
Yep.
like this a lot, and it drives me crazy. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Um, and I bought that years and years ago, really a long time ago, like before LVMH. Like, and it's only because of LVMH is why I got rid of some of the other stuff I bought and their new policies. And if I had realized it was because LVMH had bought them, I should have kept those Atlas collection because they don't make the Atlas
Yes.
collection anymore. And the watch I had that was in the Atlas collection, that was maybe a mistake, but I no regrets. I have a watch problem. I wasn't probably ever gonna wear that Atlas watch again anyway. um, but it's um, let's see. I've noticed the Tiffany blue Boston bag from Dress Up Your Purse is back on stock. I love. Okay, um, D. I love that bag, but I hate the white trim. Now, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, and I don't even have it next to me, but I have the Bossa bag, kind of like their Speedy 20 version of in their Hermes sourced leather, same leather type, and it's about $200, $250, and they have the Tiffany blue color, but it has a white trim. I'm like, no, why couldn't you do it in a mono? I would have loved it in a mono. Why blue on blue, not the blue and white, or blue and black, or blue and anything but white? Why white? Um, beautiful steps. I have several snake chain necklaces and bracelets. Yes. Um, Susie looks like looks like a belly ring. Yes, they have a new right now. Tiffany has a new keychain that's a heart. That's like this. It has the same kind of threading system, and it's a heart. It's pretty cool. It really is pretty cool. I'm still not gonna buy it. Um, it's not gonna talk about makeup check. Okay,
Oh, it's a
fine.
reproductive rights protest, it looks like.
Wait, what?
Angela G says, "Stay out of downtown Orlando. There's a big protest going on." So I looked up what it was.
Ooh,
All
well,
I have is a little blurb from Channel 9. Thousands of people descend on downtown Orlando for reproductive rights protests.
well,
I can't believe we're here. I remember this from when I was a little kid. So weird. It's like deja vu.
Jesus. Yes, this necklace is handmade out of Thailand. Some of the best silver is out of Thailand. Um, so don't tell me you're actively looking for a bag because I was I don't have to actively looking for a bag. No, no, no. No, I get enough people helping me buy bags, Burger Boy. Um, any Orlando peeps here stay out of downtown night. Yeah, ooh, that's creepy. Protesting, yeah, on a Friday night. Okay, Burger Boy, I may or may not have the LV Atlantis GM on. Oh, you do. Wait a minute. I thought you were showing a photo of a Hermes Kelly um bag. What is this Atlantis GM? May or may not. Yeah, yeah, you definitely do. Uh, oh, Angela says you just drove through all that mess in downtown Orlando. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. That's why I
Um,
looked it up. I was wondering
yeah.
what they were protesting.
Well, I'm sure we'll hear about it on the news tomorrow.
Yep.
D, I'm with you on that one. Because okay, guys, the people who are tuning in or don't know this, there's about 3 or 4 people in the chat right now. They're all in Florida, so it's kind of topical. And Jolie is from Florida. She's right there right now.
Yeah.
Um, she's yeah. So,
Yeah,
but I
Angela
wanted
G
to
came in and I was just she mentioned
yeah.
that there was a
Well,
protest. I just wanted to Google what the protest was.
Angela. Well, Angela's in Orlando area. D is also in Jacksonville. So, and you're close-ish. So y'all are kind of all in the same space, same space.
Yeah.
Um, I guess it's nice that they announced that they were going to have a protest versus just descending. You know,
I I don't
um,
know.
I don't get it. This is this um, new world we live in that sounds like the '60s. Um, we're moving on. So about Louis Vuitton, I was watching who was it? Winnie BLV's video to was it today? I think it was today or yesterday about the Louis Vuitton denim collection coming out,
Oh yeah.
and a lot of people have been posting and talking and saying because it is a total in the heartstrings moment. Um, we all love the original denim, and I think you said you
2005.
had it. Yeah,
I
you
had the
had that.
Speedy.
Yeah.
I had the
And
Speedy.
we know that Meredith from Living Lux, with Meredith, she has it, a whole ongoing collection of the
Yeah.
denim. But the new bags, the cost is so high. And I was listening to Marquita LV. She's out of Houston. She says that her SA or CA or whatever they're called says that they're already sold out of certain things as pre-orders, and they're not
Wow.
even sure they're going to reopen pre-orders. And I'm like,
They
whoa,
must not have made a
um,
whole lot then.
the demand is higher than they anticipated.
Well,
Um,
exactly, but
uh, well, so like the thing with Louis, because they sunk so much money into that Murakami collection. Is it the
ugh,
Murakami? No, sorry, Yo-Yo Kusama, the
the
Kusama
Kusama.
collection. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was flopped because nobody asked the people. Like, did you not do a panel of study about would people want to buy a polka dot bag on top of LV print when the whole? I mean, really, I know people bought it, but not in the volume they thought we would.
The
They sunk a lot of money into that.
It's just my personal opinion, but that kind of print looks not necessarily the pumpkins, but the print with the big dots just looks so much better
Hmm
on a textile than it does on a
on
bag.
a yeah, well, not just on a bag with a monogram behind it.
Oh yeah, that was kind
It's
of.
like you put a
I was like,
monogram in
okay,
brown behind it, and then you threw polka dots on. Like, yeah, if they had put that on a solid background, maybe more success. I don't know. I just don't think it was. So now they're coming out with the Birkin, and Birkin Boy says not Birkin. I mean denim. Birkin Boy says sorry, $4,000 is much for. Yeah, I
it
agree.
is.
That's the whole thing. For 4 grand, I can get a leather bag. I can get any leather bag I want practically. Oh wait, maybe not the um what's that pretty trapezoidal one that the Happy Scene, maybe in the pre-love market for 4 grand. But like, I'm like, guys, it's like D says LVMH was probably keeping productive production low. Just oh yeah, absolutely.
I think
They
production's low on
also
that. I think
beautiful steps.
they need to make up for the other collection.
Yes, beautiful steps. I agree with you. It says that people are going to not going to pay those prices. I don't even think I think yeah, because Meredith is a true love of the original, so she's
Yeah,
collecting the original. And she's almost rounded out that collection. I don't think this new one. And personally, okay, so I have this. I showed you guys the Aster Michael Kors bag that's really just a literal redone, a reissue, reprint, whatever of the original. Um, that's not very popular. It's gone 50% off at some of the retailers right now. So just because it's popular in 2000 without updating it, the problem I have with the new LV print on the denim is not that they did do updating, but they put too many nods to the original, not just the print, but when they use the brass or
they
the
didn't.
brass buttons.
I didn't look at it.
Yeah.
The reason I got rid of two bags, the colorful noir. What, I don't remember the name of
hmm
the print now, but the one with all the colors on the black background, Speedy. And I got rid of
Yeah.
the denim, and I got rid of them kind of for the same reason. The I use my bags. Well, that bag was so heavy because of all the metal on it. And then on the denim Speedy, all of the metal was so heavy that it weighted the bag down and it collapsed on itself. So you would have to put an organizer in it, but it's an odd shape. It's like really round. So it was
hmm
like, just, I
Not
just got
usable.
frustrated with it because I'm like, this isn't easy to carry.
So Boy says LVMH is out of control with prices. I don't want to pay for the Atlantis today because it feels it's expensive for a canvas bag. So the scuttle on the Atlantis, and I think the GM might be the best size because I think the problem with it is that it's stiffer than it looks. Apparently, everybody is complaining that who have purchased it is that it's not as slouchy and soft as it looked on the runway, and that in person it looks too.
Which bag?
It just the Atlantis. It's that bag that has the kind of like this and the I don't know. Google it. Let me Google it.
I'll Google it.
Yeah,
It's the
I
LV
need to.
Atlantis.
Yeah, it's the in the GM. So, but the whole reason I was looking and talking about this, because well, everybody's talking about this, is that I was looking for my bag that I got for Burka Boy, the Reed Carcross bag. He actually worked at after he had his own brand. He left his own brand or stopped, you know, having a brand, and he went to work for two other places. But the last place he worked for before the one he's working at now was Tiffany. And then when LVMH bought Tiffany, now this is all from Wikipedia, so sourcing is suspect, but it's Wikipedia. It's on Google. I googled it. I'm not some genius. This is just what I read. Um, he was working for LVMH as a creative, you know, person there, or not LVMH for Tiffany and Co. And then when LVMH bought Tiffany and Co., they let him go, and so now he's working for I think for Ed Hardy is where he ended up. So it'll be interesting to see that. And I'm like, but then that got me thinking about what happened around that time and with Tiffany because I used to love Tiffany, especially because of the American brand. Now it's like
Yeah,
I don't love you anymore, you know.
yeah.
So same here. D. I just got the cute Ralph Lauren bag for yeah, $100. Yes, that's the way to go. Angela, I have one I'm looking at for 125. It's on my it's in my Birkin Boy helped me shop. It is in my cart, but I can't push buy until January. Or my husband will be like, "Excuse me, the budget, non-budget that you're not paying attention to." I'm like, I know. Um, uh, so Birkin Boy, yes, it's a sack with yeah, it's like a sack with a paper bag. Just stand.
I just looked up the Atlantis. That's what all those faces
Oh,
were before.
so it
Yeah,
will
that's a
relax in
stupid
time.
looking bed. Stupid looking
Well,
bag.
the problem
Sorry.
is there's not much construction to it, and the
No.
other criticism they have with it is people really love it. Marquita really wanted this bag. The problem is she didn't like the contrasting colors.
Well, the
But you
thing of
don't
it
know it.
is, it's made out of canvas, and
Yeah,
that is a stitch pattern for a cloth bag. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I agree.
I
hmm Which canvas is cloth? They just coated it.
bought it's too
Um.
stiff.
Okay, so D Higginbotham, before the never-ending nightmare of my car, oh, your car began. I bought an LV City Steamer MM. It's gorgeous, but it weighs a ton. I call
Mm.
D. You have to send me a photo. I must see this City Steamer. Um, wow, that's so cool. Um, Dreamcatcher, hey, bought an Atlantis GM and returned it. Extremely well.
Well,
Um,
yeah. It
Birkenboy is saying
they
that it could
probably
relax.
stiffened it.
Yeah. But a lot of my canvases, I mean, that's why I like pre-love bags a lot, is because it does relax. It's a different characteristic when you use a bag. It doesn't have the same fresh off the shelf feel. It has that I've been lived in and I love you feel, and it relaxes and it does stuff. So
The
Birkenboy says
one
the
sitting on
canvas
the
is
shelf
thicker.
behind me is 34 years old.
Wow. Birkenboy says the canvas is thicker than normal. Why I don't know. We all wanted it because of the slouchy appearance. Yes, yes.
Right.
That's exactly what I even wanted that bag. I thought I wanted it in the Dune color. The Dune I thought was beautiful, but I was like, why does it not look like what it looks like on the runway? And then you say, well, maybe because it's canvas and not leather. But then Pharrell just came out with all the leather LV monogram.
Exactly.
I'm like,
Hmm.
obviously they can do it, you know. So it's like,
I
why didn't
just
you make that?
I have a lot of canvas bags, and something I would never get something like that in Atlantis in it because it doesn't like to take sharp corners for long periods of time. It just and it just looks, I don't know. It doesn't look right with I have so many canvas bags. That's what I have. I have Louis Vuitton canvas,
Birkin Boy, I
one
tell you
leather.
why I bought
Yeah.
the Atlantis. It reminds me of the Hermes Pinkerton bag. Oh,
Uh,
that's cool. That actually that's a good point. Atlantis
yeah.
GM on their website 3100 way. Okay, guys, pricing is subjective. So let me explain. So I bought a bag, and I'm going to show you guys because it's coming. Where did I put it? It's coming in a January um unboxing, but I'm going to show you what it is. It's so this bag. This is what I call pricey, and I wanted to talk about this too. Now this is Coach, not Louis, but Coach is doing this, and I noticed this because I I'm on a bunch of Coach Facebook groups, and I follow a bunch of Coach sales associates, and I just love Coach. Um, so this is the Dreamer, right? So this is a discontinued style, and it is no longer available, right? And the reason I got this for the price I got it for is because it doesn't have the crossbody strap. It just has the top handles, and
Uh-huh.
this is a
I
Python.
see it's
Uh,
Python on the big
yeah.
screen here.
So it's Python. So trimming. So this is one of those things that I wanted to talk about because they just came out with the Idol bag, another release of the Idol bag in a different size, and their Python bag, which is fully Python, is $2,000, I believe. And one of the issues with Python is the scales lift, and it's very delicate. Now, if you watched Meredith's exotic collection that she just showed, all her exotics, she has a Fendi first, the larger size in Python, and she says she'll probably never buy any more Python because it is delicate. And I wanted to show you on this bag. This one came with some damage right here on this corner. Um, Not very much. It's only on the edge. But in the photos, if you know what you're looking for of the idol bag, because it's a trim, it's just a small amount. The idol bag that they're selling on Coach is a huge amount of snake. You can actually see the lifting scales in the stock photo. Um,
Yes.
so you want to be careful with things like this. So even though it's expensive, even though it's really pretty, really even I love a python. We all know this. Um, it's delicate. So and it's only exotic because we don't have it. We don't have pythons slithering. I mean, unless you're in Florida, y'all have enough of them. But here in Texas, we don't got any. But I know Florida has them. So we catch on the chats real quick. Hey, Andrea V, thank you for listening and working. Um, and Bird Boy, it's a hi. Asked, Dream Tetra asked that regarding Runway Atlantis versus what came out. Runway pieces are prototypes. Yes, you don't. Not everything that runs a runway goes into production, but even so, what we saw on the runway was a relaxed version. Um, and maybe it just comes down to the fact that you have to put things into the bag, carry the bag, and when people do buy a bag, they first they only have 30 days to return it with LVM with Louis Vuitton, and sometimes you don't have enough time to really say you can't actually use the bag and then return the bag. You have to say I like it, I'm keeping it, or I'm returning it. And I think that is a bag you have to use to really get the
Yeah.
look it's looking, you know.
Get
Um,
used to that style of
yeah.
bag.
Thank you, Dee, for sending me the DM. I can't look until later because it's on my phone. Um, how do we shut down autocorrect? I don't know. I think you have to go to your keyboard settings and you can say no autocorrect. Brick and Boy. It's a pretty
Thank
bad
you,
jacket. If you
Angela.
know a good
He's
cobbler,
old.
there's a coating that can be applied over the python to protect the lifting. Oh yeah, sure, I can do that, but I probably do that. I don't have a problem with lifting. I have no problem with lifting. I don't even have a problem with the wear. I actually need to buy. There's an exotic leather conditioner I need to purchase. Because this does. I have a lot. I like bags that show use. I like bags that show that people loved it and used it. This is not a new bag. I don't think it should look like a new bag. I don't think it should look beat up, but I think it should look like I've used it and loved it and carried it. And the reason I really like this bag more than all the other dreamers I had seen is this. This normally is this normally has brass hardware and this is a brass just a brass plate on some of the other dreamers and this one it has trim so I really like this bag. I think it's really pretty. I was very happy I was able to get this bag. Um, but that's also why I'm on. You can't buy the other bag you want to buy because there's always another bag I want to buy. So let's see. Um, what did I miss? Okay, so the other bag I got with that bag is a dinky. Now this I did post on Instagram. I posted on my Facebook groups, and so this is the Coach dinky. Now when I unboxed this, I wasn't too enthusiastic because I did not realize when I bought this bag that it was glitter. But after using, you see the edge coat, it's all glitter.
Oh, yeah.
You see the inside metallic.
Oh, okay.
And so that's the reason why I think I got it for such a great price is because it wasn't as, even though it's this primrose color or orchid that everybody likes, this treatment they have done on a few of their outlet releases, and I don't
Uh-huh.
think it's gone over as well on their boutique releases. And this is a 1941 from the boutique, so everything they do, I feel like we're just their guinea pigs for Coach, what sells, and,
Yes.
and they just move
Yeah.
it back and forth, you know? Birkin Boy, don't buy that Ralph Lauren bag I sent you today. I'm gonna. Oh, really? Well, thank you. Unboxing to come later. I'm getting a Christmas gift. Thank you. Um, uh, it's really hard just to say thank you, but I'm just gonna say thank you. So anyhow, this is the Coach Dinky. Now the Dinky's been around forever. So the Dinky's been around since the 80s, and the problem with the original OG version is that it had a leather, sewn leather with no hardware. So the whole original Dinky was all leather, no hardware, other than the turn lock, and which is great. But the I like the long strap that's adjustable. And this one you can take the strap off. They don't all do this. Some do, some don't. But this can turn in and become the clutch. And then you just take off the strap and it's a clutch. You know. But I love this bag. Apparently, I don't know if they make this anymore, but according to my Facebook group, they were saying that this is really popular. I think Dee might have said so. That it was really popular in the um, 2018. They were like the big thing.
Yeah.
Um, Dinky does live up to its name. It's cute. Yes, it is. Okay, so thank you, Birkin boy. Um, so I have what I carried today is a lipstick because that's all I carried, and all I have in here is my Radley of London wallet, and that's all it carries. But why I wanted this is when I do drive with this or drive, eh, I had to. Okay, so today's thing is I had to go to get drop off a car and pick up a car. And
Oh.
this has a back pocket, so this is where my cell phone could slip in, and I can literally put this on me as a crossbody and drive without taking it off. So I can just get out of the car, get into the car, don't have to find my bag, don't. And I'm since I was changing cars, I didn't want to have my bigger bag because I have all my other stuff I carry
Mhm.
in this bag because originally I was going to take this bag today. This is my Oriani. This is a, I think they're a Korean brand now. Um, I think they're Korean. They're either Korean or Chinese, but they're a really cool bag and they've been bought out and they're very expensive now. So I bought these before they were bought out and now they're way more expensive than they used to be, which I don't understand. But I didn't want to have to lug this around, so all my other stuff, like my sunglasses, they're in there. But I'll probably just use the Dinky. I figured. So let's see, what am I missing in the chat? Um, Linda S
We're
is saying thank
praising
you to
Burke
Burke
and
and
Boy
Boy
for being so
because
generous.
he's awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah, we know that the trade I did with him was he gifted me bags. It was just a gift to begin with. Um, Linda S, I just know she'll love it and use it more than I do. Only carry what? That beautiful blue bag and you only carried what? Yes, we treasure is right. Yeah. No, you're adopting anyone at the moment. No, Linda S. I know what you have in your closet too.
A tub of coffee.
Oh man, I want a tub of coffee. Um,
I should have
just
made some coffee. I'm
Yes,
tired.
I agree about the bag. What you said? Okay, you said on your when I was watching Winnie, you said that you have to go to Miami a couple times a month. Do you take the
Well,
train?
they no.
You should take the train.
Mm.
I want to take the train. Guys, if y'all don't know this, from Orlando to Miami, there is a bullet train.
Orlando.
Yeah, you have to go into Orlando, but don't you have to go past Orlando to get to Miami anyway? You can go around. Yeah.
I would have to go deep into Orlando before the sun came up, and I can't see in the dark,
Mm.
so I can't get there. That's the problem,
Mhm.
and it's too far to Uber.
So what am I missing? I'm sure. I still want the one in red. So it's beautiful stuff. Oh, the dinky. Yes. Uh, Linda S. Now you're adopting anyone. Okay. I just. Yep. Sorry. Was making another coffee tub. Yes, coffee tub. That should
Birkin
be the
Boy, I
name.
took it from Orlando to Philly and back for a year every couple of months. So I agree, and
Mm.
I got a private car, private room.
Mm. Oh, Burger Boy. It's not Amtrak. That's why I want to try it. It's actually the only. I believe it's the only privately owned bullet train in the United States. So it's
Yeah, I haven't been over there.
not Amtrak. So they built the tracks. They did. I mean, I just want to try it because it just sounds awesome. Because Orlando is one of the busiest airports, so you can fly right to Orlando, and at the Orlando airport, there's a terminal to get onto the train, and you can take the bullet train down to Miami. Eventually it's supposed to go to Tampa from Orlando. So one of these days, the beautiful
Yeah.
steps, you have to come here and still have steam train to cross the real your island. Really, isn't this the island you said it could take you 2 hours to drive around? Why in the heck is there still a steam train? And why do you need a train? First of all, we have new trains in Orlando called Bright Line. That's it. The Bright Line. That's the name of it. Um, Birkin Boy, I did to Jolie, and I was disgusted. I only took it once. Your plane.
Yeah.
Well, I like the train. I do. I do agree about the only reason I want to do the train is because there's parts of the United States I cannot see any other way. And
Right.
I like watch at the geography major. I really like looking at the landscape and airplanes. I don't like small airplanes. My fear of heights has, even though once I'm up, I'm fine. But small airplanes are not for me. But if I could, I would. Like I've been on helicopters for like island rides and stuff when we were going to Hawaii, and terrified, terrified the entire time. It takes almost as long as the bus tours the track. Okay, yeah, no one's gonna. Like, you can walk better than you could take that steam train. Steam trains are way overrated. I have a couple friends that are all train fanatics and they love trains, but I've had to take Amtrak just once, and while it was fun, the only time I took it in my 20s, it's not something I really want to do because on time for Amtrak is plus or minus 4 to 6 hours
Yeah.
because they have Amtrak stops for freight. Freight is king on the railroad, and it's just no. There's better ways to do it. The elevated train, awesome. Subway, awesome. And subways are not known for being awesome, okay, guys? But in groups at peak tourist time, I feel safe enough to do it. I'm not a huge crowd person at all. Um, Worker boy, that's why I took the train too because I made a mistake comparing it to yours.
Yes.
Whole different animal. Not the same. Um, I've taken Amtrak to Philly from Orlando. It's beautiful. That's the Victorian train. Queen Victoria came. that Wait, Queen Victoria, like 200 years ago. Queen Victoria. Oh my goodness! For the inauguration. Wow. Oh wow. Yeah, European train travel is really very nice, and very clean and extremely on time. Like, and that's what we were talking of joking with my coworker because I was like,
Well, it's because they
yeah,
kept building their trains, and we just kind
well,
of
and not just
stopped.
everything else in Europe doesn't run on time, but the
Right.
trains do.
The
Like
trains do.
the European time is like, oh yeah, we're gonna start. You know, they open at random times. Their culture is so different. At least in Scandinavia, and even when we went to Italy, it's like dinner there is like 8 or 9 o'clock. I'm going to bed by 8 or 9 o'clock. I eat dinner. And in America, it's like we eat like we wake up at 5, which is god awful early, and we
Yeah.
have breakfast on the go, lunch on the go, dinner's at 5 or 6 o'clock. You're in bed by 8 or 9. Repeat, right? My European family, they're like, what the heck? What? No, we wake up at 8. We go to work by 9. After we have a breakfast, we have lunch at the cantina, which is a nice leisurely lunch, and then we
Hmm.
have dinner at like 8 o'clock, and it's a proper dinner. they don't.
Yeah.
They don't get us. They don't. My stepfather, who's Danish, doesn't quite understand the American.
No.
It's very funny. He and my mother both get a lots of language barriers. They both communicate in English primarily, but he is British English and she is American English. There's idioms and colloquialisms and things that we say that don't jive. So for years they'd call me Jackie, Jackie, tell Klaus what. And it's like you're just misunderstanding, guys. It's the same thing. You're saying the same thing. Um, Linda S. In like Japan, very close and on time. The trains, even in the countryside, are spotless and always on the dot. Beautiful steps. Yep, the real ones, and only we have three ways to transport and that are in some of form related. Oh, Decree Victoria? Really? Whoa. Hey, my pursuit of happiness. I watched your new video. I am so over Vlogmas, guys. I can't keep up. I don't know how people. Last year I watched maybe 4 or 5 content creators, and this year I am watching double that, and I am overrun. I cannot keep up with the videos. I have to
Yeah.
sacrifice. I am resorted to turning on a video, liking it, scrolling through it just to see what they're talking about, and moving on. And that is not cool. Knowing how much time and energy it takes to put out those videos, I'm
I'm
like,
telling you,
y'all.
they need to make a circle, do a round robin, put out a calendar of who's going to do what day.
Birkin Boy says, yeah, train travel is more like a subway instead of Europe train travel. And I've lived in Manhattan for 4 years and took the subway a few times. I just don't. Yeah, Birkin Boy, I understand. I get that. Um, So we're all saying hi to Ivana, which is my pursuit of happiness. And oh, Ivana, your new Dooney. Oh my gosh. So I mean, you're like, which one, Jackie? We have all kind of. Um, I wanted to talk to you guys about this because a lot of you guys are not just. Some of you are content creators. Some of you are consumers. Has your viewing changed? Because I have noticed that when I started watching YouTube, and it's just been a year or two more regularly, that the vibe has changed from luxury to affordable luxury
Yes.
to luxury on a budget to luxury. I think this is luxury, but it's called contemporary. Because if you
Yeah.
watched Autumn's last video, she was talking about Auguste Atelier, which has been it's not new. People have been talking about this in the YouTube land, but it's contemporary, legitimately contemporary by the fact that the company is not that old. Luxury in most cases tend to be old European brands, right? And contemporary can be young new brands, regardless of where they're at. If contemporary means modern times, right? So of modern times. So um, it was very interesting that I've noticed more and more people showing brands that are not old French ones. They're not all Hermes, and they're not. Oh, and the Hermes. I watch a lot of Hermes content just because I'm fascinated by it. Not that I ever
Yeah.
plan on buying it because that's way above my pay grade. And even I would love a Bolide, but I don't think I'll ever sacrifice 2 grand to buy one used, and
Yeah.
that would be a beat up one. So um, I feel like
Absolutely not.
I just feel like a lot of the content has shifted to pre-loved, upcrafted, a different vibe. I feel like everything's gone to a
Oh
different
yeah.
vibe. I watch Godalicious But Fabulous. He's out of Canada. Love him. He's funny. But he's doing the 25 days of Coachmas. So instead of Vlogmas, each day he's unboxing a Coach item, and almost everything is pre-loved and of a vintage. So
Hmm.
it's very interesting, and a lot more Dooney stuff has been coming. People have been buying a lot more Dooney. Well, I'm a Dooney fanatic, so I look anyway. But I've just noticed that people that normally don't buy from that brand are buying from that brand. People that some of the people that talk just luxury are kind of shifting a bit on what they talk about. Um,
I used to love Dooney, but with my shoulders, I just need lighter bags. And the coaches that I have, some of the older coaches are much lighter.
Birkin Boy, I agree with you. I am not a luxury channel. People do not come to me expecting to see Louis Vuitton. But I watch other people expecting to see Louis Vuitton because they are a luxury channel. They say they're a luxury channel.
Yeah,
Um, so I kind of have a issue with if I'm going to a luxury on a budget, that we're redefining the term luxury when you've always shown Gucci and Hermes and or whatever these other brands, and
right.
now we're just being priced out even of the re-love market, pre-love market, whatever love market. Um, so I don't know. I still watch a lot of the Hermes, but it's what I'm hearing from the people I watch who are going through the journey, trying to get the bag, is that I think with social media, and this is just my opinion, guys. Um, I think because we all know about it more, they're actually apparently when they used to have a non-global system, they're globalizing. So they're hooking up each store. Now this is just one or two people who have said this. I don't know. I've never been into an Hermes store. I don't have a client, you know, relationship with anybody. I'm just telling you what I've seen other YouTubers tell me, and they're saying that Hermes is linking up their accounts because the reason they didn't do it before, other than probably technology, and the expense of doing a global database, because that, as a person who works with data, not easy, not cheap.
Nope.
Um,
They're
so
going to
they're
stop
linking,
resellers.
well, not just stopping the resellers, it's really about if you have a quota of only 2 quota bags per year, people are able
Right.
to do more than that based on multiple locations. And if you're buying Hermes, you're honestly, you can afford to fly to Paris or to Hawaii or wherever. Because
Exactly.
I was watching Mel in Melbourne, she got um her custom order offer, but it was at the Hawaii store, so she had to fly to Hawaii to go get it. She's in Melbourne. That's not a quick trip, you know. But it was worth it to her to do that. Let me look real quick. Burkaboy says, I have an Hermes Elite 45 used for travel. Some of it's a great bag, but it's so heavy. Really? Well, that's saying something because you have some large bags, Birkin Boy. Beautiful steps. I started a few months ago and have more vintage than contemporary and don't intend to go back. It gets that.
Yeah.
Birkin Boy,
Hmm.
right. That's what I meant. It's like they're changing their content without giving us the knowledge. I wasn't trying. Oh no 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 no! I'm with you. I am totally on the. I am on the vibe with you, Birkin Boy. I am so there on the vibe. I get that because I feel like, wait, I know I'm contemporary. People come to me expecting contemporary. They get that I'm going to be showing vintage and Coach and Doonies and whatever pre-loved brand I like. But
No. Um, yes, Miss Jackie. I'm just kidding. Like you're the teacher.
yeah,
Um,
but it's
I
like
just wanted to say something about
yeah,
snobbery. I've
uh-huh.
recently stopped watching one channel because of the way that I saw snobbery in the video when
I
she
think
was.
we
I'm not
know.
going to say who it is, but it was out in public. It was in a luxury store, and the
Yeah.
way she spoke to the people that work there that was caught on the vlog, I'm like, uh-uh, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. Just my whole opinion just went whoosh,
Because I
180.
mean, that's something. I was having a mood yesterday, and I was talking to Linda Passos, which is Beautiful Steps. we were
Uh-huh.
talking about. I was having this like, oh, I don't know if I want what I'm gonna do with my channel or where I'm gonna go or do I want to keep showing content because I'm getting inundated with a lot of these as a consumer watching these other contents and I feel the people putting out Vlogmas, some of them, I can feel that they're tired. I feel that it's too
I
much. I
can see they're
feel like
tired.
I
Yeah.
feel like they're not enjoying this experience. I feel like this is a job. And I
Yes.
don't, this might be my second hobby. This might be a part time job with the fact that I do get money from AdSense, or I will because I haven't gotten any yet. But it's like,
Yeah.
I don't want that to drive the momentum for what I do because I feel like people can feel that through your medium. I mean, if communication is mostly tone and uh,
Broken boy.
body language before words are like only a small fraction of communication, and I can see it on their videos. I can see they're tired. I can see that the content isn't what they normally do, and
Right.
it made me really realize how much editing and scripts and thought goes into so many other people's
I
videos.
mean,
My
they're trying
videos
to
are,
put something
yeah,
nice out, not just
yeah,
sit
yeah.
down in front of the camera, say a few things, do this, do that, be done. They also try to make it nice, and that's a lot of work. That's hours of work.
Oh, Birkin Boy says, I know who you mean. Yeah, I know too. I would never speak to anyone that way, and we are all human. No one should look or speak down to anyone. And here's the thing about that, Birkin Boy and Jolie. The person who did that, they edited that and then
And
elected to
left it
show it.
in.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This editing thing is because I am a stream of consciousness. I do not edit really. I hate editing. I make too many videos to sit here and spend another 3 hours editing because that's how long it can take. When I just do a thumbnail, I
You
can
don't
take an
take
hour doing
breaths.
a thumbnail. Huh?
I
What,
don't think
Jolie?
you breathe. You just keep
True.
you doesn't it doesn't you're just a stream of consciousness. You're right.
Stream
There would be no
consciousness.
way you're very difficult to edit because you never stop. So I'm looking along the voice line and I can't find a break to make that little short that I made. I'm like, there's no break. She doesn't stop. It just goes on and on and on. And the subject changes. So I'm like, what was that time? I got to mark that time.
I'm sorry. It's true. It's true. Um, Andrea says, agree. The more privileged you are, the more harshly I judge you for being impolite and unkind. Get over yourself. Bye.
That
Linda S.
was
You can always tell the character of someone by how they treat sales, staff, etc. Really, anyone. That's true.
I was sad and shocked. I
Yeah.
just
I haven't seen that because I didn't watch that particular
well,
video,
you
but I
weren't
know
a
who you're
fan
talking about.
anyway.
I
you weren't.
wasn't her
You
fan.
said
I
you're a
really
fan
wasn't her
anyway.
fan. I had a problem with a lot of her content to begin with. So when you told me that, I'm like, well, there goes one person I don't have to keep watching.
Yeah.
Um, um, Dee says Vlogmas is too much, and it causes YouTube drought in January because they're all just exhausted. Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's
the
what
thing
I'm
is,
coming back on because
it ends
I
on the
want
25th.
I want to do some challenge videos for people in January since it's
Mm-hmm.
January. Um, you know, to go dig one of those old bags out or get an old bag and rehab it for the first time. Start a new
Thank you,
hobby.
Angela. Angela G says, I like your channel because y'all are down to earth and accepting. Yeah, like people, because we're all people. Real people, I can relate. Yay, Linda S. Awesome. Yeah, because I'm not, I can't pretend to be something I'm not, right? I'm not wealthy. I'm comfortable.
Putting on
It's
airs.
all relative. It's all relative. It's all relative, right? I am very fortunate that my education is paid for by my family. I'm educated well. I have the privilege to say what I want and whatever I want, and that's not people don't get that everywhere. As an Asian person living in Asian countries, it's I am very happy to be an American. Very. I do feel like I have won the jackpot and the lotto all at the same time just by birth. I really do believe that. Um, Working boy, Julie, I'm going to catch up on you after vlog as I feel like I'm working. Uh,
I'm not putting any videos out right now. I'm just coming on live with
yeah,
her and like doing some
yeah,
shorts.
yeah.
I'd
Because
wait until January.
yeah,
December's
Jolie
always
is
Vlogmas.
and Jolie's bought a new house. She's busy. She's unpacking and decorating. I saw your plant wall. I was gonna tell you that I kill cactus. I can't keep things alive.
the, the best way to keep a cactus alive in Texas is put it outside.
Yes, ignoring it. Hmm. Yeah, but no. So I was very down and kind of like I have a hard. It's part of watching all the vlogmas too, especially back to back videos. Is that so many of them have embedded sponsors. They'll sponsor them right in the middle, or they'll sponsor them in the beginning. And I have nothing against sponsorship. I think that's great. People got to make a dollar. I get that. But I hate feeling like my friends are my income. Or I used to sell, guys. I was in multi-level marketing. Me, yes. I sold lip scents, which is Senegence, which is a makeup. I bought it for myself, and I also sold Tupperware for myself because the best discounts are if you become the rep. Because honestly, the stuff is really expensive, even as a salesperson. And the best stuff that you can get actually is only as a salesperson. You get all the stuff before it goes out into real production. We're the guinea pigs. So I always
Right.
told my friends that, hey, and allegedly I will deny in court. I would just
You
give my
said it,
friends my
Birkin
discount.
boy.
I would just give my friends my discount because I don't want to look at my friends as um my paycheck. I didn't want to look at I didn't want every time I called my friends, hey, I'm having a Mary Kay party, or hey, I'm having an Alarm party, or hey, would you like some Tupperware? Um, I didn't want
Princess
them to
House.
dodge my
Remember Princess
calls.
House?
I do remember that one.
I
Yes,
still have
Ideal
some.
Jewelry. Hmm. I know how many Ideal Jewelries, and there's a couple other jewelry ones that I keep hearing, and Winnie was telling me that I should try and be a Simbano affiliate and do that, but truth be told, I don't want to. I would love the free bag, sure, but honestly, I've bought 7 or so bags from them. I'm good. There's nothing else they have that I really want. They're not really as a vegan leather bag. I think they're great,
They're
but
not what
honestly,
you would collect because they're not
they're
leather.
novelty bags. They're novelty bags, and the price
Yeah.
is the point. I can just go get a pre-loved leather bag
Uh-huh.
for the same price as a brand new vegan bag. So why am I buying the vegan bag? I don't want it. I'm over it, in
Exactly.
other words. And even though I still love my Sambano bags, I still like Sambano. There's actually a bag there I want to buy. I don't love it enough to rep them. I don't love it enough to say, um, "Hey, give me some stuff. I'll give you a free video." You know?
The only way that I would ever rep
Eee.
for any of those companies is if I say, all right, you got to give me a bag and I got to use it for a year.
Oh yeah. By the
Because
way, Chi
there's
Sims.
no way to
If you
judge
haven't
it in a month or a
if
day.
you haven't
But
seen Chi Sims videos, he's doing this great
I do. I watch
um
him.
his awesome your penmanship. I know you probably spent years studying and practicing to do that, but I your penmanship is beautiful. He's doing this ink calendar, and I just look at it in like jealousy. Honestly, I'm like, I know my penmanship is awful.
Yeah.
It's
Mine
awful,
is too.
but yeah. Oh, and I got derailed. I got derailed, but no, I'm tired of watching all this. And I love Avea shoes. Love Avea shoes. I have 13 pair. I think Meredith has 40 pair. Um, I don't even think I want to rep them because I don't want to. Again, my audience are the people coming out to hang out with me and chat with me and talk to me. You guys can buy what you want. You don't need me to show you Avea shoes. I show you that anyway. They're in all my Instagrams. Like I don't. I already have 2 sponsors, and that's all I really want is S Zone because they asked me, and Timu, and I only have a few. Timu and I are falling out of love because they had to happen. They had to change their rules. They had to
Oh
change
yeah.
their yeah
It
because
was
they
it
were
was this.
yeah, and they are so. Let's see. Brooklyn Boy says, I don't know how many of you watch. I love Melbourne. Last Hermit's unboxing why did we have to put all of the clothing? I can't even remember who it was. Oh, Goelia. It was Goelia. Yes, and she is actually one of the ones I was specifically thinking about because she embeds her sponsorships in the middle. She doesn't lead it in the beginning and you can just slide past it. No, no. She does hers in the middle. So as she's showing you her Birkin, she's showing off her um, special order bag. What she went through all of her 3 collections of Hermes, but between that she's putting in styling videos with Goelia. I'm like, okay, we get that you have a sponsorship. So does LCC Lover LV. She does too. Um, it's just
I have new earrings that I got off Amazon for like $13. They're not linked below because I'm not sponsored, but you can sleep on them. They look like safety pins,
oh yeah,
and
I've
they're
seen those.
supposed to be
Yeah.
sterling silver. They're stamped 925, and they were $13.
Mhm. See Higginbotham. I love the Via shoes. Love them. I think they're fantastic. I have again 13 pairs, not sponsored, bought them all. I actually probably have 14, and but that doesn't. And I understand because Ideal, Vivea, Goelia, they're online presences. They don't have brick and mortar, and if they do, their pop ups are small. So the only way we are their advertisement for the cost of sending somebody free merchandise, they got a video. Well, Mel and Milburn, I'm pretty sure it was more than that because she probably has contracts, but it is very annoying. I agree. I get upset with the ads that I can't say no to because at first I was never going to have monetization because you used to be able to say if you weren't monetized there would be no ads, but then YouTube changed the rules and they're like, no, we're
Yeah,
putting ads at everything no matter what, and you're like,
we're gonna try to get money from everybody.
well, it's not just the advertisers; it's also the. But people have been saying that the revenue earnings from YouTube have drastically gone
Reduced.
down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's also market share because now you have a split. Not the con. Okay, you're competing with Facebook, Instagram, we WhatsApp, WeChat, whatever. All these different platforms that have TikTok. Hey, Jeanette, all these different things are dividing the market where it used to be just YouTube. Now you're not. It's not just YouTube anymore. Now it's
It's
everybody.
still just YouTube for long form video. I think it's just
Oh
free.
yeah, but young people of the new generation are short content consumers. They
Oh
don't do
yeah.
long format. You know, um,
Oh, unless they're over
brick and
there
mortar.
on Discord streaming for hours. They stream games for hours.
Perkin boy, I agree. Listen, y'all, I pay for the ad-free YouTube, and now I have to listen to it videos. It's not fair. I agree. I am actually honestly
I pay for it
considering.
too.
I'm considering
The
buying a
commercials don't
YouTube
bother me.
Premium.
I don't see them.
Oh my gosh. He says I have to fast forward through 1/3 of Amelia Rose's videos. I'm having a hard time with Amelia Rose's videos, guys. I love Amelia, but yeah, there's actually quite a few true crime people I follow, and the beginning of all of their true crime is the ad. But I know if I just skip 10 minutes, I can just jump right in. I will skip the 10 minutes because they're always talking about something I don't care about. Um,
Oh,
yeah, but no,
see,
I
I
don't.
watch her, but I never paid attention to the bar because I don't see the ads. So,
Mhm.
but if you rest on the bar, you can see every cut in that video. So, but I never notice because I don't see the ads.
Yeah. Well, she she always okay. So my one in this week, I might lose friends because of this, but Amelia is always about. She tries to be very transparent in what she shares and how she does things and why she buys things and all that other stuff. But she was repped by Teddy Blake, and my question was because I've seen so many people rep Teddy Blake, and I like Teddy Blake. I've had 2 of their bags I purchased. Um, but that's the one brand I see people getting. They say they love it, but they only ever show the promotional item. They never go out again and buy it themselves and say, "Oh, I bought this bag." No, they always say, "I was gifted this bag," and she's one of them. She says one of her favorite bags is her Teddy Blake, but it is, but not favorite enough to buy it again. It was her favorite bag when she was gifted it. And many, many people are repped by Teddy Blake because they're another company that's only on um,
And
internet,
that's what I'm
not brick and
saying. I
mortar.
couldn't rep a brand unless I carried the bag for a year because
Hmm.
I would have to carry that bag solid to know. I mean, I've just
Hmm.
come to trust some of the brands because I've had them for so long. I'm all about that they should last.
Yes, beautiful steps. I understand what you're talking about. So I don't know if y'all missed this. Google, not Google. It was at the Google complex, but it was YouTube did a invite a bunch of content creators, and it was kind of out of the, no real press leading up to it other than inviting these people out there, and they all went. Jacob didn't go to it, but Dial M by Michelle, she did, and uh, Cassie Thorpe was the panelist there, and a
Yeah.
few other big content creators. This was a couple months ago, but basically it was about telling all the content creators, you the people who are making the content for YouTube, that YouTube doesn't pay you. AdSense pays you through advertisers paying YouTube. Now, YouTube's hosting and storing, so there is an expense, right? But they're not paying you. The advertisers are paying you a fraction, and but so YouTube is saying this is how you can now put links in your videos for
Yes.
easy, and you'll see that now. You'll see a lot of videos, not just with links to places, but they'll pop up in different places about in the video you're watching. These are the things that you could purchase to promote
Yes.
buying those things through YouTube now.
I saw that. I saw a video on that. It came into my
Mhm.
feed.
Yeah, because it's as a YouTube content creator, you've been they're pushing and pushing more things, right? For us to do to I think YouTube as a platform is suffering financially. Not that they're losing money. I think they just aren't making what they used to make, and that nobody likes that, right? They want to continue growth,
I
not
don't know if
reduction.
it's that or just that's what see, Amazon is paying people to make videos for their products over at Amazon. And
Hmm.
YouTube's wanting to start to get into that. That it's greed. They want to get into that
Um,
money.
Boy says I think all the big luxury YouTubers, Cassie Thorpe does it best. Seamlessly integrates into the most part. She has the shopping. Um, yeah, but the thing with Cassie, and I agree with you with Cassie, she does it seamlessly because it also makes sense. She also gets things sponsorships and advertisements that make sense for her. I don't. It's not random weirdness. Like I can actually see her buying and using those things. This is a girl who spent $1,000 on shoes. Like, I can. It's sparkly. She loves it. So she says sponsor videos are so exhausting to make. Yes, they are very exhausting. They're very demanding. Beautiful steps. I don't care about Teddy Blake. I only buy what I want, not what influencers want me to buy. I'm not a good sheep. I'm a good sheep. I'm a year of the sheep, guys. I
Hi,
am
Miss
easily
Jelly.
influenced. Um, Andrea says, yes, I finally covered, caved and paid for ad free. Uh, I need to do that. I really do. Next year, maybe I'll do that. Hey, Miss Jelly. Um, Dee
You
says,
want me to read
Cassie has
for a
sponsored
while?
moments down to an art form. Yeah, she does. And she does it in a way that I don't feel like I'm being an infomercial, where Amelia doesn't do it that way. She makes it feel like it's
Chi,
not
you did
seamless.
the Chi says I did the Amazon influencer program. What was it like, Chi?
Hey, Birkin boy, thank you for hanging out with us. Have a nice dinner. So I might be going live on Sunday, but I'm not sure. I want to, but Sunday's James's birthday, so we will see.
Okay.
We will see what ends up happening. But Yeah, so the thing, I don't trust Amazon either, because, okay, so my Amazon experience, and my husband doesn't agree with me on this one, but I am been upset with Prime, and I pay for it. I pay for Prime. I pay for this expedited shipping. I pay an annual membership. I don't use much of the other perks that Prime gets you, just the shipping, and I want the shipping. For if I sort and look and filter by Prime, which means I want it to be delivered in that time frame, and I live next to two distribution centers, I want you to get it to me within a reasonable amount of time. I'm okay with a week, not 2 months. So I ordered something during the Black Cyber Monday, whatever, on Prime, sold through Amazon. So sold through Amazon is what I look for because that means not a third party vendor. It is
Right.
Amazon. And my estimated delivery date is the end of January. So these
Everything
headphones,
is like getting ridiculous. And I think it's where it's actually located in the world that's causing this. Because
uh-huh,
there's drop shippers on there. And I think they're lying and they're saying that that it's not in a warehouse in the United States. There's no way.
no, it's in China.
Yeah,
If it's gonna take you 2 months to get me this, and you're not actually debiting my account until it ships, which means it can ship at any time within the next 2 months, and
right.
whatever money I've allotted, and then I'm like, excuse me. So I think at least with Timu, I know it's gonna take a month, and James is like, well, at least with Amazon, it's pretty relatively sure that's gonna be a JBL product. I'm like, well, honey, I'm not gonna be buying a JBL headset off of Timu. I'll be some other weird name brand, but I dropped this one too many times. I needed another headset, and I have 2 months. I'm hoping these will hang in there. You know,
Oh, that's what you're waiting all that time for too. That
it's
stinks.
just a headset. It's just a headphone.
Ugh.
They're $25 headphones from JBL. It's a set I have never used before. This brand is actually a more expensive brand, and the ones I want are like over $100. And I'm just like, if I don't mind spending over $100, but if my track record holds up with how I keep dropping these, I don't really want
You
another
need a
$100 set.
safety cord on it.
I know, right? I was all for the corded headset until my phone didn't have a jack anymore. I was the last
Exactly.
person not. I was that last person. I was with the corded. I was walking around with a cord. I didn't care. Um, let's see. What am I missing? Let's see. So Burke Boy is going for dinner. Yay! And everybody else can
Jeanette,
say goodbye. Mhm.
Jeanette, I don't skip the ads. I pay not to have the ads, and they get paid for that. At least that's what they tell us in the policies that I read.
Yeah, yeah, that's part of the YouTube AdSense. It's part of what they pay us. It's part from the premium memberships, and part of it's
Hmm.
advertising. That's how, as a content creator, you get paid if you meet all their criteria. So I have talked off all of the moisturizer off my list. I'm like, oh dear. Hmm. They have arrived earlier if they were. Um, Wait a minute. What am I?
I'm
Linda,
just
what did
reading and
you
not
say?
out loud.
Yeah, yeah, I
Sorry.
like to read out loud because
Yeah, that's
in the
why I'm laughing.
replay, in order to see the chats, I have to go back and open up the text. So
Right,
for those who are new to lives, in order for lives and the replay to see the active chat, you have to go in and say allow all comments.
right,
Automatically, if you go live just by going live, it goes with holding comments uh,
right.
if they're controversial through a bot. So I like to read out loud in case I forget to go
Yes.
turn on the comments, so people who are listening don't have to read too. Because I do that. I listen to YouTube more than I'm in the chat. I should not be. I should not be chatting after midnight because I do it all the time. Uh, so anyhow, this way, people listening on the replay, you can just listen without having to read the chat so you can follow along. Because nothing's worse than half of a conversation.
Right.
You know.
Oh, YouTube's
Um,
also changed. Have you seen all of the movies? Oh my goodness. Well, if you have
you're
YouTube
premium. I'm not. Yeah.
Premium, the movies they are getting, it's ridiculous. I'll be watching videos and I'm like, "Oh," because it's targeted at me. It's like
Miss
16 candles.
Miss Jelly, I can. She writes, my husband is still mad at headphones don't have cords and refuses to use Bluetooth.
Yeah.
I understand because the first when Bluetooth first was out, I used Bluetooth with my, and this could just been the app on the phone with the first generation of the smartphone. Um, when my headset would battery out, it would just stop working and my audio would still go through my phone. Now, I was listening to audiobooks. Some of those audiobooks had questionable content, not quite safe for work. So I was like, Now I look at the battery life. Now, new headsets, new Bluetooth, new operating systems. If this goes out, it stops, it cuts the audio, right? But
Yeah.
nothing, nothing is worse than having a connection go out and you're hearing my audio over my phone. And it's like in the middle of a steamy romance scene from this book I'm
Yes.
reading. I'm like, ah! Yeah, that happened. Good thing I worked a night shift. Um,
If you have
if
YouTube
you have,
Premium, you don't see ads on the YouTuber gets bigger percentage. Yeah. Okay.
really, I
Yeah.
did not know that.
That's what it told me when
Yeah,
I read.
I really
And in
am
all
thinking
my
about
thank you
doing it.
letters from being a YouTube Premium subscriber, it tells me that as well. My thank you emails.
Well, I've been watching this blogger or not YouTuber, and it's Rotten Mango. The name of the channel is Rotten Mango.
I've
She
heard of it,
is
but
her name is Stephanie Shu. So she has two channels. She is a true crime, and
oh, that's why.
she was talking about a luxury department store in Korea, like one of the most luxurious, only 5 years old apartment building, and how it tragedy happened there and it collapsed, right? The way, and it was because the person who it's like over an hour. This I'm just giving you the super short version. He cut so many corners with construction, not because he didn't have the money. The man's a billionaire. It was that he wanted it to look a specific way, and he didn't want to have to pay to redo the architectural plans to have it hold a load of 5 floors. It was built
Mhm.
for 4 floors, and it was a very excellent podcast. But she talks about all kinds of weird crimes, and what I like about her is that because she's Asian, a lot of them are on not just in America. A lot of true crime channels are only American, Australian, UK, and she does a lot of the other weird stuff people do. But the reason why I like this one too is like it was a high end, extremely expensive real estate, um, and like 400 people died. So this is like a huge deal, right? Uh, and these are very wealthy people
Oh
who all
yeah.
died. Um, it was it's very interesting. It was yeah, it was a very interesting channel. So I've been listening to a bunch of that stuff, but it made me
I
really
wonder what
think
they'll
about.
find out if they do any more deeper investigation into the one in Miami that collapsed last year.
I don't I don't think they will. Ocean, what's it called? Oceanside or something? Ocean.
Yeah, I
So
think
for
I
those those people who don't know that there was a condominium that
pancaked.
three three-fourths of it just collapsed. People were there. People were
Yeah.
living in that condo, and it was. I don't think they're going to do much investigation, mainly because it was the type of housing it was. If they don't even care about doing this for billionaires, I'm not sure how they're going to care about this area.
That's because the one who's got all the money paid, so no investigation.
Mhm.
My computer just I put my
Yeah, the condos down in Miami, and there was cracks, and that at least that one was an older building, but yeah, very sus, very sus.
oh yeah,
Um, the full
slumlord in it.
engineering. Yeah, it'll take years for that investigation to go through. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Beautiful steps I have since they started and can't live. Oh, the YouTube Premium, I totally worth every cent. Depends on how much content you consume. I'm probably gonna switch over to Premium next year, to be honest. Um,
You can always
they pay
kill
that.
another service, something you don't use. If you go through and look, you probably got a TV service you're not using.
I do. I do. We all do, right? I haven't turned on my television in months. We have Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, Peacock, Discovery. I mean, you name it, we bought it because it's still cheaper than cable. Um, and we could just. But my mother-in-law watches most of those channels, so we are actually using. Um,
Our television is in the spare bedroom with no furniture in it. It's in there by itself. My game's hooked up to it, so I'll go in there and sit on the like lawn chair we have in there because I don't have any furniture for the TV room yet. Because my living room, no TV this time. No need for
okay,
it.
so let me. I'm looking at my thing I meant to talk about today. So I have.
Yes.
Um, I showed the two new bags. I showed the makeup, and I talked about the jewelry. So yeah, I did good. I followed some semblance of a schedule. No, right? This is shocking. I'm shocked. Um, but I. How long have we been talking? Oh, an hour. Oh, well,
Well, you sound like Samantha.
Samantha from Bewitched
Yes.
that
Whenever she
nobody
would,
knows about.
whenever she
Oh,
would
um,
get in trouble
you
with
guys,
Darren.
the if you guys are Marvel fans, um, Red Witch is a Red Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is getting her own movie with Olsen Girl. I'm very excited. I'm a huge Marvel fan. Yay! Um, I don't have. Oh, I don't know if we have a TV. We have several television sets, but mostly for gaming. We don't.
Yeah.
James and I both watch our phones. Our
Are
phones. We
you?
just watch
Yeah.
our phones. Yeah, we really. And sometimes we'll sit on the sofa together and watch a movie. But I fidget too much. I can't. I can't sit still. The only way you can get me to sit down and watch a whole movie is to go to a theater. You know, if I'm at home, I'm getting up. I'm doing something. I'm stitching. I'm scrolling through my phone, watching TV. You know, I'm not. I'm horrible at just watching a movie.
I think I'm gonna paint that room black and turn it into a theater room.
That's fun. Yeah, we had surround sound. Like we really had the whole 9 yards, but with the configuration of what we had to do, because my mother-in-law is right there on that wall that this wall used to have the entertainment center, and it would vibrate because of the bass. We're like, okay, we can't keep this here. We have to move it. So we moved it over there, and so now surround sound doesn't quite work. And I have some really nice speakers. I'm very big on having good audio. Like I like good bass.
So do
I
I.
actually don't like Bose because it's too. They don't have none of bass, none of bass. So anyway, speaking of, I was going to talk about LV, which I think I did. Um, and oh, the Hermes journey, which I keep watching because I love people's Hermes journeys. It's just like
Fascinating.
I I think it's because so many people are going after it, and I'm listening to
Hmm.
very wealthy people talk. I mean, you have to have a lot of disposable income to go sit around and go on the journey to find to buy the $8,000 bag. I just don't understand why you just don't go buy one on the pre-loved market. It's not like they're rare. They're not rare, but there's something about being offered one in the store that people want more than
Hmm.
paying just for the
That's
what
what they're
just
paying
pay
for.
the just
Have
pay
you
what they
ever
want.
tried to keep up with how much they're spending by what they're showing on their channel?
It yeah. I can't relate really, to be honest.
Wow.
I don't really understand.
I
I
mean,
mean it's all
if I didn't
ratios
want a
and scales.
401k and I could just, just spend all of our
Yeah.
retirement funds. But what
Well, I
what
mean these
point
are
is
people
that?
who they have the money. There's some very wealthy people in the world.
Hmm.
I'm just not one of them. And it's just it's very interesting to watch them just really want this thing, and it's just a status symbol because if people just say, well, the quality's better, you can buy extreme. And I've had this argument many times, but in Asia, I'm like, look, mom, I don't. This doesn't fly. I don't understand this. People fly to Thailand to get suits and clothing made here. Why are and then people in Thailand are buying all these European brands for huge amounts of money because of the importation of the duties. It's not cheap to bring those brands into the country. They're already priced up for a luxury
Hmm.
tax, and it's normally cuts and styles that don't fit or flatter most European, especially ready to wear. I'm not talking about bags. I'm talking about clothing.
Yeah.
Asian, at least in Thailand, they're small, they're petite, and they're like, oh, we must have this new Chanel sweater. Like, you live in Southeast Asia. Where are you wearing the sweater? Because it's not in Thailand, you know. But I follow some people from Thai YouTube who speak in Thai. I watch their show. I do it to keep up with the language. My Thai skills are so rusty that I just like hearing it. So I listen to Thai YouTube, and the people I'm watching are also luxury YouTubers in the Thai language, and I'll respond in English like, "Oh, it's a great bag. I love that bag," and they'll respond back in English. But yeah, there's the same Hermes journey is, and luxury goods journey is in Thailand too. It's like they're chasing after Celine and Louis and um, very much looking for Hermes, and they're flying all over the country. I mean, not Thailand, but they'll fly to Singapore, or they'll fly over to Europe to make an
Hmm.
appointment. Because when you're on the same continent, essentially, I mean, Eurasia, it's one big landmass, but it's not a lot easier to hop on a plane um, to fly over to another part of the world when you're still on that same landmass. Anyway, I'm missing something in the
Hermes is a
chat.
status only. That's why I
Yeah.
laugh about the journey of used bags.
Well, that's what I like about um if you look at the prices, and I can't remember which channel was talking about this, but I just watched the channel talking about Hermes, not Hermes, Louis Vuitton, and the pricing of the capucines. How capucines are lauded and kind of want to be LV's like pride. They're pushing it. LV is pushing the capucine. But the
Yeah.
users of the capucine, many of the users say it's not very easy to use. It's not that
No.
functional. It's difficult. It's
Have you
stylish.
ever
It's
held one?
pretty. No, but
I've
I've
held
heard
one in
enough.
the store. I think they're ridiculous. I mean, but
They're
that's just for
awkward.
me. It's just an
Yeah,
awkward bag.
they're awkward, and so people are saying stuff like, um, but so people, it's not a wonder why after you spent 7 grand in store that on the relove market, it's down. That $7,000 bag is now 3 or 4 thousand, and if you're lucky to get that, um, yeah, I can't remember who was talking about their reaction. It was a video that was my reaction to the LV collection, um, and I was actually watching. Okay, so I was also watching Jessie Styles. Now I love Jessie Styles.
She's
I
fun.
love watching her. She's funny. She's great. She gets a lot of criticism, but I don't know why. Because I'll get there. Remind me, Jolie.
Yeah.
Um, so she was doing a that next
Cappuccino.
2024 is going to be a low buy for her, or like okay, so she
Yeah.
started 2023 saying she was only going to buy 2 bags, which she
Yeah. She
completely
starts
failed
every
the first
year.
month. Yeah, the
Well,
first
I
month.
don't think
Yeah,
this is the first year that she's failed. She's
no, but uh, yeah, she's gonna buy less in 2024, and I don't I think she will because
I
she's
hope so
putting out a much
for her.
enough content that isn't related to what she's purchasing because she's only buying Hermes, but she's talking about all the stuff coming out. She's talking
Right.
about Hermes. She's talking about Louis and Chanel and Balenciaga. She's talking about everybody. So she's not.
Right.
Her channel is not dependent on the next unboxing. And
No.
that was one of the criticisms I was watching today, and this is where I was going. Romina. If you saw Romina's video today, and I love Romina. It might have been
You
yesterday, but
never open a
today.
bag. You never buy one.
Yes, yes, you saw the same thing, right? So
Yeah.
I'm like, do you understand that if you guys have not seen Romina Rosemary, she is, I love her. She has like 50,000 subscribers, so I'm sure you all know who she is. But she's in London, and she had the mean comments video, and people tell her all the time, you, first of all, they criticize how she looks. She's beautiful. She
I
is
know.
gorgeous. If they are talking about how she looks, please, trolls, don't come for me. Don't watch my
Yeah,
videos. If you're criticizing her weight, don't look at my weight. I mean, oh my goodness. And she says, you show all these vlogs, but you never buy anything. It's like, don't you shop and not buy something every time you go shopping? I am so grateful that people who do this, like Rosemina, that they blog it because I'm never going to go to Harris. I'm not going to go to those stores in London. I love seeing what she's saying and shopping what they're and seeing the people and what they're buying. And I think it's great and it's time consuming and she's so good at it. And people are there complaining about her not buying something in every video. Like, are you kidding me? What lottery did you win?
exactly.
It, even the
And
most
did you not
wealthy.
see the wall of bags behind
Yeah,
her?
she
I
has like,
mean,
I was like, oh. Yeah, Miss Jelly
how
says the
many do you
comments
need?
were horrible.
They were.
She says, but here's the thing: I've had a couple mean comments. Mostly I delete them. Y'all never see them. And there's been a few in the lives that I haven't even seen that get deleted by the mods. Thank you, mods. Um, but it's like, why are you watching videos that are luxury content? Now, Romina is literally luxury content, and then criticizing that she is showing you luxury content. Either you're criticizing she did buy something, or you're criticizing that it's you're tone deaf to the environment, and why are you buying $10,000 bag when people can't afford to eat? I'll like clue phone people. Uh, People haven't been affording that issue about not affording to eat has always been around, regardless of what time and age. It's not new, you know. So, and how are you consuming content on the internet? You have to pay for a smartphone or have a computer and have the internet. Obviously, those are luxuries. None of those things are necessities. I don't need to have the internet in my home. I don't have to have $1,000 cell phone. Um, I have those things because they're luxuries, and it's like, and here you are watching content on YouTube that's given to you for entertainment for free. You don't even have to pay for it, other than subscribing. Not even subscribing, just having access to the internet and having a phone that can host it. And you're complaining. It's like, go find a hobby, another hobby. Instead of saying mean things on the internet.
Andrea V says, remember how long it took LV to get market traction with those Capucines? No one wanted them. Wow, did the influence and ads make a diff? They're pretty, but not for me. Too difficult, too expensive, in my humble opinion.
Here's the thing, I've only seen Kathy scenes on YouTube. I've never seen anybody carry them in real life.
Me either. Even when I went to the
Like,
Mall of Millennia, where there is an Hermes and there's
yeah.
all
I mean,
the
I see people carry. I see people carrying when I go to the fancy malls or parts of the places and where I live that have people have nice things. It's not the Capucine. I have never seen anyone
no.
carry the Capucine. I don't even see them carrying. Um, what's the other expensive bags that they have right out that they're trying to promote? Um, the Lady Dior's, the East West Dior's, the some of the super high end bags. Like, even the only Hermes bag I've actually ever seen out and about has been the um what's that bag called? The saddle bag, not saddle bag, but the horse feed bag.
The Evelyn.
The Evelyn, yeah, the Evelyn.
Yeah,
I've
whenever
seen
I go down to
hmm
Miami, I'll see 2 or 3 Evelyns right in the doctor's
Evelyn's,
office.
yeah, and I'll see Speedies and Neverfulls and other
Yes.
different versions of the canvas.
And the
Canvas,
GST
not
by
even the
Chanel. I
yeah
see that
the
one a lot.
the GST, the tote bags,
Hmm.
things that actually are functional. The thing
Things that
about the
people really
Capucine
use.
is not functional, even the larger
No.
size. It's pretty, you know. Hey, chat with Chris. Yeah, we've been on for a bit, but yeah, always catch the replay. Um, D.
Hi,
Higginbotham, it's
Chris.
pathetic to think that someone is only happy when they are being ugly to others. Yeah, I think that's correct. I think there's many people like that. I see people carry the Hermes Evelyn. Yeah, that's all I ever see. I've never seen anyone actually carry a Bolide or a Trim or a True or a Birkin or a Kelly
No.
anywhere. And we have Hermes an hour away from me. I just have never been in there. And we have the fancy malls. I'm in two very expensive, exclusive areas, right?
Yeah, we do too.
I'm just in the rural part, and I don't see it. Even when I was in Orlando, and people are going to Disney carrying around Gucci, Versace. I saw some Valentino. These are people are at an amusement park carrying Neverfulls and several $1,000 bags at an amusement park, guys. Amusement park. So if you're gonna see it, it's gonna be there.
Dee
Um,
says we have an LV here, and I never see a Capucines. I saw a Goyard today, and I was stunned. Yeah, 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 yeah. I've seen a Goyard. Anything, any of the totes. The totes are
well,
always out
beautiful
there.
steps in Europe. I do think in general you see more of the luxury designer bags. I do think you do see them more. My mother carries. She doesn't carry any of the monogram. She doesn't own any of the monogram. She has the Empreinte leather on the go PM or something. That tote bag. She has I think it's a Montaigne, but she purposely bought the Lady Dior, specifically because in Denmark they don't have Dior. Denmark isn't imported to Dior. She had to fly over to Belgium to get it, and it's that is a part of that exclusivity. So she wants to carry the Dior bag
Because nobody
in
has
Denmark
one.
because nobody has one. And I think that's what people also complain about the luxury journey is that people don't want the same bag they see everybody else carrying. So I'm like, you do know these are not one of a kind. So
Mine,
Chris says
mine
back
are.
in well, yours are custom. You
I
customize yours.
changed
How's
them. Yes.
yeah, yeah. Check with Chris back in Philly. I see Hermes bags fairly often, but not definitely weekly. Um, Yeah, but here in Texas, here where I'm at in Texas, we see Coach and Michael Kors, and I even see Calvin Klein, Steve Madden. I really do. I see a lot of these brands, Doonies, the stuff that you go into the mall and you see. That's what people are carrying. The other bags, I don't see people carrying them. So I like, I have what I like, and I carry what I can afford. And well, my husband would actually say, Jackie, can you really afford this? Probably not, but I try to make it work. It's all creative financing. As long as the bills are paid. Let's not talk about the debt I have. Um, she says, I love seeing bags people carry in Tokyo. Oh, yeah. Um,
Oh
fits
yeah.
their style best. I think when I watched Jessie Styles' video about Tokyo when they were over there for a month, she was there for like 20 days on vacation. I loved watching her vlogs because I love watching the other people and other things in her
Yes.
shots. Oh, that was so cool. Dee says lots of Coach, Dooney, and Michael Kors. Yes, they're popular for a reason. You can knock them all you want, but people like them. People like buying them. When I was at my convention, tons of Michael Kors. But you look online on YouTube and Michael Kors who? They're like Michael Kors is so old school. We don't like Michael Kors. But I'm like, well, y'all don't, but everybody out on the street does.
Beautiful Step says, I never see anyone besides me carrying a Coach here. Hermes, LV, Dior, YSLs. That's what I see here. Where are you?
She's in the middle of Irish Sea. I think that's the point. Is that because you're in Europe,
Right.
um, it's that's why you see that. Coach is an American brand. Michael Kors, Kate Spade, they're all American, and that's why we see them here a lot. Is because that's what we carry. Um, and and here's the sad truth: many Americans never leave America. They don't. So a branding to them is just an advertisement.
Uh-huh. I'm well aware that a lot of people don't leave the United
Yeah,
States, and they're
they don't leave.
really, but yet they have a lot of opinions about all those other
We're
places.
whoa, oh, we are
It's
opinionated
amazing.
because we have the freedom to voice our opinions, and they don't understand in other places they don't. So we are so very cavalierly criticize other people easily. Let's see, chat with Chris. People here in Texas seem shocked when I carry my Fendi items, and to me, Fendi is much more approachable than LV or Hermes. I
Hmm.
also see lots of Chanel here in Texas, much more than I ever saw in New York City. I would agree with you, Chris. Um, and I think Fendi is an unsung hero because Fendi, I think, is more exotic to a lot of people here in Texas because Fendi is, while Italian and been around for a long time, a lot of people here don't know about them. So it's just one of those things like people know about Chanel, people know about Louis Vuitton, but Fendi, I still think it's like some people don't even know Versace and Valentino, and I think those are very normal, everyday. But even like Jimmy Choo, if I remember correctly, they are a British company. Is Jimmy Choo British? I can't remember. One of those.
Well,
No, Manolo's British. One of those two companies are British, and people don't really know them very well. Um, Flannel Sell Coach. Flannel was a department store, right? Beautiful steps. Yeah, D. Yeah, most people have never left the United States. It's not easy to do. We are we are surrounded by, other than going to
lot of land.
Mexico. I mean, unless we're going to Mexico, there's the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean. And there's a lot of distance between there. It's not like it's a 300. I would be happy at a $300 plane ticket. To for me to leave to go from New York to England, it's like $8 or $1,000, and that's as I'm already in New York. You know,
Right.
so travel is expensive. That's why we don't really leave. There's people who never leave their state. I get it. Jimmy Choo is from Malaysia. I knew I was getting that wrong, so I'm thinking of Manolo. Um, I think they're the ones that are out of Britain. One of those people are out of Britain. I can't remember. Um, Thank you for telling me, she. I
Selfridges.
like
Yeah.
Jimmy. I like their stuff. I like their bags. I love Ferragamo. Ferragamo is always been one of my favorites. Stuart Wiseman, Ferragamo, Maggie Boyle, Bally. These are the old school shoe people that became bag people that, um,
Oh,
what?
that's why.
Why what?
I wasn't subscribed to her. That's why I don't know.
To who?
Beautiful steps.
She doesn't have a channel.
Oh, she doesn't?
No, she's just a content consumer, not a creator.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
hey, Luxational. Yeah. Oh no, no, it's fine, Luxational. Um. Oh yeah. I spent most of my young life traveling around the world because my parents divorced and my mother drugged me across the globe. And when
Struck you.
oh yeah, absolutely, we didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. I literally there was this one year. Oh my goodness, this is the year my mother remarried, and we flew from Michigan to Thailand. Right. Not not a cheap flight, not a short flight
No.
at
Mm-mm.
all, right? So we get to Thailand and we're so thrilled to see our cousins because we're only like 13, right? We're like, we get to see our cousins. We want to hang out with our cousins. These are people we grew up with because we had
Right?
left Thailand when we were 11. Now it's been 2 years. We want to go see our cousins. We were like, yes, it's Thailand. I can see my aunts and my cousins. It's great. Mom's living in the city now. We can do all this stuff in Bangkok. This is awesome. And mom says, oh, yeah, well, we're going to go to Europe for a couple weeks. Like, what? Like, we just got here. Mom, I don't want to go. And she said, if you don't want to go, you don't have to go. Good. We don't want to go. And my mother said, okay, I lied. You're going. So we leave Bangkok after a couple weeks. This is a 3 month vacation, right? Summer vacation, way back when summer vacation was still 3 months. Um,
Right.
you, we flew from Bangkok to Denmark. So we already flew the other way, by the way. We
Mm,
already flew from, uh, I think we flew from Michigan down to one of the hubs, and we went to LA and then around to Narita into Bangkok, right? So we're in Bangkok. So now we're from Bangkok. We're flying over to Denmark through Germany. So we literally went around the world. Just missed a little bit of it. so
yeah.
so we end up in Denmark. We're there for a week, and then mom. This is her European vacation, right? She's dragging us children. Mom, I think we are there for 2 weeks because mom gets married there to Klaus in a church wedding with my new Danish family and my new Danish cousins. So we had to go through the whole Danish tour. So we went all through the Danish island. and then to the main part of Denmark to visit all the cousins, because it was the bridal tour, showing off the bride. And her kids, we were like, hey, we have new grandparents, we have new uncles. We thought it was awesome. And then because mom wants to take us to see more of Europe, we take a flight from Denmark, from Copenhagen, down to Paris, stay there for 2 or 3 days, because then we have to go see the Louvre, and we have to see the Eiffel Tower, and we have to go do
To
Sacre
get your
Coeur.
culture on.
We have to do this, right? And it was during French Independence Day, so things were closed down. It was a nightmare. We stayed in
Oh,
a French five-star hotel. There was a bunch of fireworks. We were exhausted. We're 13, mind you. Uh, and then we flew from Paris down to Turin, Italy, because that's where Klaus's best friend in life lives. So we spent 2 weeks in Italy, northern Italy, and that's when we went and did some other stuff. And then we fly back to Denmark from Italy, back to Denmark, so that we can hang out with my grandmother, because this is grandmother. She gets to see her new
yeah.
daughter-in-law. And then we fly. It would make sense, right? We just gonna go home back to America? No, no, no. From Denmark, we fly back to Bangkok, because we're still not done with our vacation.
Oh,
For the last
okay.
month of our vacation, to hang out with my Thai cousins, and then after all that said and done, we fly back to Michigan. We were so
Yeah.
exhausted. And I think it took them 10 years to pay off that, because it was very expensive. It was very, very expensive. Who is Ryan O'Neal? Linda S
As
says
an
Ryan O'Neal.
actor from
Oh,
he's before your
because
time, Jackie.
mm, so that was my. This is why I tell you guys, like, when I've traveled, I'm really. It's. I hate to say that I feel like my poor husband. He wants to travel, and I look at him like I don't really want to, because I've been drug all over the place, and it's a beautiful experience. And I was able to live in Europe, and I was able to travel in Europe. And then when we were in Italy, I'm staying with people who live there, who speak Italian. So I'm not staying in tourist hotels. I'm not staying in tourist cities. I'm staying in small villages. I'm eating at people's houses. I'm meeting their cousins and their uncles. So it's not the same experience people get who are just traveling to travel, because you can't buy those experiences. You
No.
have to just know people and live them. And um, so when I got out of college, finished college, I told my father I want actually um, it wasn't even college yet; it was high school. I finished high school, and I told my father I want to do a gap year like people do in Europe. Like, I want to do a gap year, and he was like, "What?" Because we're Americans.
Mhm.
There's no gap
Yep.
year. And he's like, "Well, I want to go travel." And he laughed at me. And my dad says, "You have traveled more in your life, more than more people have in their entire lifetimes, and you're only 20." Or we were
Right.
19 at the time. And I said, "True, but Dad, I've seen nothing of America." Pin drop.
Oh, you wanted
Because
to
my
see a
father,
gap year. You want to do a gap year in the States.
yes, I
Okay.
wanted to see the Grand Canyon. I wanted to go see Yosemite. I wanted to go see things I had never seen in America, because I never spent time here. Every time we had a vacation, it was me seeing my mother wherever my mother was, or going down to Texas. It wasn't going to see what we had here. And I want so we lived in Michigan and never went to go. We lived in Detroit, outside Detroit, and we never went to the Niagara Falls. I went to Canada twice, to Winnipeg and once up to Toronto. That's it. And we lived there for 4 years, and right across the border whenever we wanted to, but you take it for granted. And then we come down to Texas. We never went to Mexico. This was pre 9/11, when it was easier to do. We never went to Mexico. And now it's like, I don't want to go to Mexico. But then it's like, so I understand how people, like in America, we never leave. So our perspective is very skewed. You know,
Yeah. I haven't seen Mount Rushmore, but I've
I don't know if I want to see
been to
Mount
Niagara
Rushmore.
Falls and all
I
over
want
Ontario.
I want to see I do want to see the Grand Canyon. I'm afraid of heights. I get
I've
how
never
that
seen the
sounds
Grand
weird,
Canyon.
but I would like to see it. The first time I ever saw, we were driving out to New Mexico into Arizona, and the first time I saw the sequoia cactuses, or sequoia cactuses, I was I thought I'd only seen them
These
in Western
cactuses.
films. Yeah, I've only seen them
Yeah.
in Western films. So when I saw them in real life, I'm like, those are real. I'm like, like my dad's like, what do you think? They're made up? I'm like, I've never seen them before. And like I want to go see the redwoods. Never seen those either. You know?
I want to see the
Um
redwood. And I'm going to go see the orcas
so
in the northeast. I'm the northwest.
Luxational says the Grand Canyon is beautiful. Dee says I saw the Grand Canyon. No words. Yeah, it's just I want to see it. She says, "Oh my gosh, um, hey, I'm so happy to see you." Um, Linda S. I know Jesus, I know I totally fangirl because every time I see you, I'm always surprised. But because I associate you with Jacob so much that because you're always there, that it's like, oh, she's visiting me. Um, Linda S. Big, just big. Yeah, the Grand Canyon. I would. You know how people can do the tour to go down to the Grand Canyon? I physically can't do it. I'm not healthy enough, but I'm like, no, 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 no. um, beautiful steps.
Debbie,
The U.S.
cheese it.
Um, in the U.S., I went to New York and Niagara Falls. Went to see my cousin in Toronto, and then we drove to New York. Yeah, it's beautiful. Luxational. I am skydiving. What? I'm skydiving in the Grand Canyon in March. Oh, I'll say a prayer. I'll say several prayers. That just
my
terrifies me. That literally scares me.
my husband and I got married in a hot air balloon, but and then
I've always,
our youngest,
I've always
what?
wanted to go up in one. I
It's
love
like
hot air balloons.
walking in the sky. It's not
But I'm afraid
thrilling.
of heights. I'm afraid of heights. But I still want to do it one day. One day. Luxational. Ooh. Skydiving in the Grand Canyon. Mhm. I am praying for you, girl. I want you to do that. If that's your bucket list, I want you to do that. I am not brave enough to do that. So,
Gonna
so
be a
where?
pretty ride down.
So Jolie, when was the first time you left the United States?
I think when I went to Canada, and it wasn't until I was an adult. Oh wait, that's not true. With my parents, we went to Mexico. That's outside the United States. I didn't think about that.
Beautiful Step says I did hot balloons when I was living in Saint Moritz. I just want to do it. We have a bunch of hot air balloon things here in Texas, and they do them in New Mexico and Arizona. I just want to do it one day. I want to go to one of those conventions. I just want to
In
see.
Albuquerque,
Yeah, I just want to see it. Even if I don't have the guts to go up in one, I just want to lay back on the grass and look at the sky full of hot air balloons. I just think it's awesome. If I had
they
a
go up
bucket
when
list,
the
that'd
grass
be
is
in that.
still wet. Eh. They have to go up in the mornings because the temperature is low enough.
Ah.
Yeah.
Um. Ooh, so when was the first time you left the U.S. to Europe? I should say, not Canada or Mexico.
2016, 15, 15, 16.
Really? Where
Well,
did you
whatever.
go?
I remember the headline when we were there, but I can't say it because it's political. But the headlines all over the German newspapers were hilarious.
Oh.
They
Oh,
were
so you went to Germany.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I was in Germany. Yeah.
Let's see.
The word idiot translates in many languages. It's
This
easy to
says
read in many languages.
I highly recommend doing a helicopter ride if you've ever done it. I hate heights, but it was not. Oh no, I've done helicopter rides. I'm terrified. I really, truly am. D. Higginbotham thermals. Jesus, I watched one land in the field when I was a kid. The hot air balloons, I'm sure. Uh, Andrea says, do they do kitty hot air balloons low to the ground? I don't know.
You
Motivational.
got to
I
get
really love
above the
Arizona.
trees.
I want to see. I want to move there, thinking it may help my migraines and release asthma. Yeah, the desert. Okay, so here's the thing about the desert. Don't move to Phoenix. Don't move to the big cities because in Arizona, everybody who moved there for the same reasons you're moving there brought the trees and the plants that caused you all the asthma. So you want to move a little further to the smaller cities because there's um it's great to move to a desert, but then when you plant the same plants that give you the same issues, that's bad. So so I love the desert. Where are you going, sir? My husband's over here. I was thinking about going out to pizza. Are you good about maybe a half hour still? Hey, we have about a half hour before I leave. I have a very tired looking husband. He looks like he just um took a long nap. He's been at the doctor's appointments all day with his mom. He and his mother went she had to go to the hospital to do like three different screenings and scans and poked and prodded, and a hospital time is on a whole different warp zone of unreality. It doesn't matter what you're scheduled for. They'll take you when they take you. Um so I have Ooh, pizza. Yes, we have a really great pizza joint here. I love it. It's a brick oven pizza place, thin crust, and it's our favorite place to go when we go out to eat here because it's not a chain restaurant. Basically, people from Austin. So I live near Austin, but not in Austin. Um, have moved down to my town, my little town, Cowtown. It used to be just agricultural and cows and sometimes sheep, but they Austin has priced out everybody, so they're moving out.
Yeah.
Everybody's moving out. Businesses are moving out. So these entrepreneurs came out and they opened up these wonderful restaurants on our tiny, tiny little town square. And now we have these really cool. We have a vibe that is very reminiscent of what Austin used to be like. What people say Austin was cool and
Right.
fun and weird. We got that. They came over and I'm a transplant too. I'm not from this town. I came from, I'm part of the problem. When people who have been here for generations like, oh, they're ruining our town. Like, yeah, but your town before us just had a cotton gin, and there was like because we have cotton growing here. I said we have cotton, we have phlegm, we have corn, and you have cows, and you had an empty square with no businesses. Now you have people moving here, living here, and businesses showing up. This is good. I mean, people complain about progress, and or they complain about no progress. So we just like complaining. That's all it is. Um,
D.
we just
Hickenbotham, do you work in medical?
it says Luxational Phoenix is also the largest drug capital and homeless population. Oh, I had no idea. My cousins live in Scottsdale, which is the ritzy part near, not part of Phoenix, but close to it. Hospital exams never start ever, never. Jesus, wow! I have relatives in Austin and Killeen. Really, Jesus, that's so cool. If you ever come down to Austin, I am close. I work in Austin. I don't live in Austin. I will come see you. We can have coffee. You know how many times I've offered to meet somebody for coffee that is from YouTube or my Facebook, and I go to the town they're in, and they don't want to meet me, but they watch my videos. I'm like,
Oh,
I
wow.
promise I am not scary. Promise. But it's like crickets. It's like, okay, I get it, got it,
I
figured
see,
it out.
D.
You don't want to. So,
That's because you have
uh,
people like from oncology and surgery and all the other departments bumping everybody constantly.
Linda S. You live in Killeen? There's nothing in Killeen, guys. Killeen's a military town. Jesus didn't know there was they are now and as my dad was stationed in Fort Hood. Yeah, that's the only thing that's in Killeen, Fort Hood. Jacob Botham used to I'm in computers now. Probably safer for your sanity, D. Still
Yeah,
work for the hospital though. Yeah.
yeah.
Luxational Scottsdale is very rich income, yeah. Downtown Phoenix, Glendale. Jesus, I'm scared. I'm scary. I've
Little
seen you. I
Beverly.
saw you. Okay, Jesus, you were on Jacob's marathon, Halloween marathon of 13 hours. I know who you are. I've seen you. You're not scary. You're practically closer to my cousin, to be honest. You know. Actually, Jolie, somebody asked if you and I were sisters.
Oh,
I told you we look, even though you're not Asian,
yeah.
you look like
I'm like, that makes a lot of sense.
Luxational. Yeah, Scottsdale's known as the Beverly Hills. Beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's when I was visiting my cousins in Scottsdale, I'd never seen so many high-end car dealerships because people would fly over from Los Angeles. It was like the weekend getaway for the elite or whatever. Um, safer for my back and hips, shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in the hospital, yeah. Yeah, Jesus. Yep. 14 hours. Yeah, yeah, 14 hours. That's crazy. Next year, I'm gonna plan. And if Jacob does the calling again next year, I'm gonna try and make sure I'm home to do it because I could watch it, but part of it. But I was on the 31st. We were in Orlando, and my I didn't count on my internet being so bad. Um, even though I was at
Yeah.
the resort and even though I was on my own internet plan through T-Mobile, it was spotty. So the few times I went live, it was just because I could. And it was actually better outside of the resort when I was, and the resort's in Orlando. It's not like I'm in like the boondocks. You know, Alice Cooper lives with Scott. Wow, isn't he? Okay, I know he's a musician. I don't remember the name of the band. Jolie.
Oh, I know who he is.
I don't remember the name of the band.
It's Alice Cooper. You don't need to remember the name of the band.
Okay, that's his band. Okay, good,
Yeah.
got it. It's like I don't know. I don't know the music. Um, yes, that's right. Sick kid. Oh, oh. Um, I I'm so happy that this week is over. I took the day off because I had to get some stuff done here at the house. I did half of it. The other half I didn't quite accomplish, but mentally I feel much better for doing this. This is definitely the right choice. Um, No, when in Orlando. Oh, you had a sick. Oh, um, yeah. So tomorrow. I don't know. This whole month is up in the air. This whole month, I'm ready for January. Can we skip? Hmm, yeah, yeah. Can we skip? We had kids. We had kids in Orlando. I don't have children, but in Orlando, we paid for the room, and we had 9 of us, and five. The family has 5. They had 3 kids, and one of the kids is not feeling well. It's Orlando Disney is overstimulating and it can be very um exhausting for children. That is a cool Santa Claus. Why is he golfing? He's on vacation.
My husband is a golf pro and a rules official, but his bag's falling apart.
Uh,
And we were looking at the proportion, the size of his balls. His balls are huge. They're like softballs.
I just went Winnie BLV on you.
And then, but
That's
check out
hilarious.
his buns. He's got a butt.
Uh, like facial. I'll show you pictures of his house. I googled his address. He lives in the mountains. Beautiful steps. Jesus, wake up and wanted to watch replay, but Jacob was live. Tried lunch, but then Jacob was live. Got home and Jacob was still live. Watched him hours. Missed. That was, excuse me. That was on. If you guys watch Super Jacob on Halloween, he does a marathon. Yeah, 12 hour, 13 hours of them just talking, people calling in, and it's an open join in. So I think next year I might try it. He was like, intimidating yet fun because he has a huge audience. But I definitely can't do it for 13 hours. That is like a day's work, and then some. I've worked 12-hour days, but not being filmed the whole time. Aw, I don't think we will do
New
New
Year's
Year.
Eve.
Oh, don't do New Year's. No, 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 no. Don't do New Year's. Next, just do it. He does it in Halloween because of the thinning of the veil between life and death, that whole spiritual part. New Year's is just New Year's, and there's 2 New Years, several New Years. There's the New Year's, the Lunar New Year, and then there's the Christian New Year, and it's just like it's just a day. Hmm. I was like, he's still alive. Oh my god, yeah. Jesus was right there with him. Yeah, she was. Uh, we have done it in the past. Oh, you have done New Year's in the past. But the thing is, people are out. New Year's Halloween, I think people are home after the kiddos have done their thing, and people are home at night and hanging out. And but New Year's, people are out having parties and drinking alcohol. It's a party night. It's a party night. That's the
It
weird
is.
thing about having different cultures. So my Danish stepfather, we did a lot midsummers and solstices. Those are big days in Denmark. Those are big deals.
Linda S says
Not
your home is safest place on New Year's, and I 100% agree.
I greet the New Year's the same way every year, sleeping in bed, and then my dog's waking up because of fireworks.
Yeah, I haven't been out for New Year's in years.
Mm-mm. And even if you're somewhere safe, leaving and traveling
Oh
after
yeah,
New Year's is probably the most dangerous. Yeah, I'm not. I don't. No, I have dogs that don't like loud noises. There's no way I would leave them. Um,
especially at our ages, right, Linda? Yeah, that's what Linda S
I
said.
don't. Beautiful stuff. I don't drink alcohol, so I don't. Yeah, I don't. I actually don't drink alcohol anymore either. Mainly because of my medical issues. It's not. It's not. I'm not teetotaler because I care. It's just because my doctor would like me not to drink alcohol because I have gout and diabetes, and alcohol is full of sugar.
Yes,
So I don't do either. Um,
that's a
so
good thing.
yeah, I drink diet Coke, and that's bad enough. It has enough chemicals for my poor liver to
With
filter
diabetes,
out.
you'd get just sugar brain, and you would black out and be a complete like, you know, just yeah. I watch diabetic friends get drunk, and I'm just like, you know why they're
It's
so
not pretty.
drunk? You
It's
know why
not.
he's
It's
that drunk? It's because
so I
yeah,
had a very very good friend. He was my best friend, and he's no longer in life. But he had gone through gastric bypass surgery, and part of that surgery um was after the surgery, the aftercare part. Not only can you not drink carbonated beverages, it's not that you cannot, it's that you should not,
no,
because the whole point of that surgery is to reduce your stomach, and then if you're reducing your stomach and then inflating it with carbonated gas, it can be damaging and it stretches out your stomach again. But long story short, how you metabolize alcohol changes. Because you've removed so much of your stomach and the enzymes that are in your stomach, alcohol goes right through and into the blood like immediately. It doesn't hang out. It just goes woohoo hi,
yes, it
you know,
does.
and it goes straight to your brain. And I still swear to this day the reason why he died as young as he did was because even though he was not supposed to drink alcohol, he
He
did.
did anyway.
And even though it had been a year after his surgery, it still doesn't change. Your
Mm-mm.
stomach is still small.
Mm-hmm.
He died the day after the 4th of July because the 4th of July night on Facebook he was posting margarita photos, and I said, "Are you sure it was natural causes? Because was he making the drinks or was he drinking the drinks?" And I still don't. So I was actually going to get gastric bypass surgery. I was doing this whole year. I saw a doctor every month, and we're talking to the doctor, the bariatric doctor. I'd watched Meredith's video on
You're
gastric
not big
bypass,
enough for
and
gastric bypass surgery.
well,
I've
when I
stood next to you.
started,
You're not.
when I started this, I was 366 pounds. I'm not now.
You're
I
not
was
now.
then.
There's no way.
And uh, even though I'm 300 pounds now still, and I would qualify medically after going through the month, my insurance company, I had to go through a month of a monthly doctor visits. And after the first 3 months, if it's only 3 months, some insurances it's only 3 months and they'll let you get the surgery. I would have done it, but because it had to be 12 months, after 12 months of really thinking about it, I'm like, no,
They want to
I'm
put you
not
through
doing it.
therapy too now, which they should,
Yeah,
or they used
yeah,
to, but they don't
hmm
anymore. Anyway,
yeah.
I'm right
So
there
let's see
behind you, Linda and Dee. I'm 56. They're talking about their ages there.
ages. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be 44 on the 28th.
Youngin.
45 according to my mother. Dee, I feel like you and I are
They both
twinsies.
have black cats.
Yes.
They just
Yes. Yes, the vintage ladies stick together. I get it. Like the bag vintage. Like fine wine. You are a baby. Well, yeah, I'm 44. I get it. I know. I'm just happy to be 44. Let's be honest. When I was younger, I was very it's just a birthday. And as I got older and more of my family are no longer in life, I'm like, yes, I made another year.
Yeah, really? Oh, that's not good.
Like, yes, especially when my best friend, when he passed before he turned 50. He was only 40. I think he had just turned 49. And he was the one with the gastric bypass surgery. So it's been uphill.
Beautiful Step said she doesn't have a black cat, but she's 53. Let's just announce
Yep.
that across the internet.
Yeah, so according to my mother, I'm 45, and according to me, I'm 44 on the 28th. Right now, I'm actually 43. According to my mother, I'm 44 because in Asia, you're a year older than what we consider here. It's very
So you just
confusing.
need your date of birth.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, my mother, um, her date of birth is up in the air, questionable. Like we know the season she was born in,
Right,
but her birth wasn't registered. It was of her generation. Now this doesn't happen, but when my mother was and my mom born in 55, so um, it was just the documents. I mean, most people were home birth, midwife birth. I mean, country birth. If it's a monsoon, nobody went and registered the birth, and it wasn't registered until they could register it. The kid might have been 4 by that time, you
right.
know. So my black cat died 3 years ago. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had a black and white cat. His name was Gremlin, and I used to call him Grim, and James called him Gremlin. We couldn't agree. He was a gift cat. He was abandoned, and he was hiding in the wheel well of our car. And I said, James, we are feeding this cat because if we feed the cat, it's our cat. I'm like, and he still thought we were gonna take the cat to the shelter, and I looked at him like, you think? So we fed because we already had a cat, and our cat didn't appreciate the new kitten at all. And we had, I think at the time, 3 dogs. And yeah, we've made many life choices based on our pets, and our house is based on our pets. Where we live is based on our pets. We didn't. It wasn't fair to live in an apartment because of
Right.
our dogs, so we bought a house. It was not a great house. It was not in a great part of town. I used to say we lived next to the ghetto. We didn't really live next to the ghetto. We lived in the neighborhood where people who rob people live. You know, so most people who rob other people don't rob in their own neighborhood. So it was a safe neighborhood. I'm telling you, we just lived next to where they rob people. So
Oh,
I liked it, and now it's become kind of gentrified where we live. My father hated where we moved to. He was like, "Why have you moved here?" And I'm like, "Because we can afford it. We can't afford to live in your neighborhood, Dad. Like I can't afford to live, in this nice area." So when my sister needed housing, my twin, he he was still paying for her housing, and so he bought an investment property, a house, so she would live in a nice neighborhood because he didn't like the fact that my husband and I were in this like old, not so great neighborhood that it had parties and there was random gunshots, but
the
it
boomers
wasn't.
don't understand that the millennials can't afford it because the what you make and what the houses cost now is just the gap is
Well,
growing.
and now that same neighborhood, I could that was the bad neighborhood. I don't know where people live now. I don't. It's like I don't know where people are buying houses because the houses that they're building next to me are starting at $300,000. I'm like, and I know in some places in the state that's a normal price, but out here that doesn't keep up to most people's income. Three hundred
Right.
thousand dollar home. Yeah. Um.
I
What I
had a
mean is your.
Luna too and an Artemis, my cats. We're all talking about cats
Oh,
over here.
oh, Jolie, Winnie BLV. Her advent calendar of Harry Potterness.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And she said in her video, Jolie and I are the only ones that care about this. Like, no, 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 I do too. Oh my god, where did you get this advent calendar? I want one. I need one. And I'm like, oh. I was just thinking about that because you said Artemis. I know Artemis is not Harry Potter, but
Well, you're thinking of
um,
Artemis Fowl, aren't you?
yeah. But
That's what
but
I thought.
it led my brain over to
Yes.
Hedwig, which led me to Harry Potter. That's how the brain works. You said
Yes.
Artemis. I thought Artemis Fowl. I
Yeah.
thought birds. I thought Hedwig. I thought Jolie. And I thought Harry Potter. Yeah. See,
Ginger
I
tabby
have
named Pippin. Sorry, go ahead.
Pippin. My friends used to have a Fred and George after the Weasleys. I always wanted a Mary and a Pippin after the Hobbits, and we always laugh
Bellatrix
about.
is Bellatrix, the black tabby. Cool. That's D. Higginbotham.
Oh, you know, have you seen the new trailer for Willy Wonka? I'm not
No.
sure. I'm not sure I want to watch it. I'm not
It's the
sure. I
third
don't
one that
know.
is coming out in my lifetime.
But it's a prequel. It's Willy Wonka as
Oh,
a
is
young
it?
person.
I haven't
Hmm
I thought, oh
How
no, it
Willy
is.
Wonka became Willy Wonka. Well-behaved
Oh,
wallet. Oh my god, you ladies are making me my evening. Yay! I'm in the process of car shopping, and car shopping's the worst. Tell us, well-behaved wallet, what are you looking at? Because I got to know. I just went to the car dealership today. If I had had a magic crystal ball and knew that my car was going to cost me like 4 grand in 3 months, I would have just bought a new car. But I didn't know this, and I kept thinking it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And I know what everybody is saying,
it'll be
but
fine.
I needed that. I need this particular car because I have a Great Dane that's huge. He doesn't fit in other cars. It was until a month ago, having some health issues now. Yeah. A beautiful stab. See, I have
Oh, did
tickets.
you see my
Tickets.
covers?
Oh,
Because
oh, you put, yes, it was peeling.
yeah, because the white stuff kept falling on my clothes. Still there.
Linda S., you're buying a car. Birkin Boy was getting a new car the other day. He came Botham. I'm sorry, beautiful steps.
Yeah,
Better well behaved wallet. Long story short, we had a brand new 2022 RAV4 that was
stolen.
stolen in Montreal. Oh my goodness. Oh, tonight. Oh my goodness. Uh, yeah, that happens more and more because it costs more and more. Yeah, cars. I was talking. I took my car into the Ford dealership, and it's a Chrysler, right? So, but I don't want the Chrysler dealership. And we're talking, and I was telling her, and we've bought several cars, sold several cars with these people, and she has a Rav4 herself, and she says that she just keeps fixing her Rav4 because she goes, there's cars are expensive, and we're talking about Ford. Ford is lowering the production of their EVs because the demand is not as high as they thought. And it's not even the demand. Most
Nobody
of
can
middle
afford a car.
America, well, not just afford it. Most of the middle of the United States, if you're not talking the big cities or along the coast, if you're living in the middle,
I know what you're
distance
talking
matters.
about.
The range
That's part of
matters.
the
You
infrastructure
know,
project.
yeah, yeah.
My
That's like,
oh, my sister told me that in my parents' neighborhood now in northwest Georgia, they're starting to see Spectrum trucks. They haven't had internet out there. They don't have internet.
well-behaved wallet. Long story short, oh wait, I read that. Now I really want to pay cash for a used Camry, Corolla, or Rav4. I would go with the Camry because it's larger than the Corolla, and Rav4s. If you're in Canada, are you in Canada or are you just visiting Canada? Because if you're in Canada, go for the four-wheel drive. I don't even think a Rav4 is a four-wheel drive. Oh no, stolen. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. Horrible. Beautiful set. Luna is a cat
Blame the
without a tail. Yeah,
French.
she's a mate. Blame the French. Just
Your
surprised
LV,
because.
your Hermes, Chanel, and your RAV4.
But what's this? That's Japanese.
I
Rav4 is a
know.
Toyota. Thinking about them
But it
stolen.
was
I'm so
stolen in
sorry.
Montreal.
Yeah, I know. Beautiful
I have
Steps says it
ancestors
was
from there,
awful, unreal. We parked on the street
New York.
in Manhattan for a year and no one touched the car. One trip to Montreal and it was stolen just 5 hours. Wow. Wow.
Blame
That is
Canada.
that is amazing. Whoa! Blame Canada, blame Canada. I know, because everybody says Canadians are so nice, but apparently they're also there's theft there too.
Somebody got your
Sneaky the
South Park
Bottom.
reference.
Actually, did I make one?
I did. Sure, Jesus did. That's what
Okay.
Blame Canada is. It's a song.
Oh, uh, my poor little Fiesta is 10 years, 10 million pieces, and part of that was supposed to be. Wait a minute, you're fixing a Fiesta? See, well, no
A
wonder it's gonna cost a
Fiesta. I
fortune.
mean, a
I
Fiesta.
had, I had one of those. Those are not the. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Um.
Now, those didn't run in Florida. Neither did the Le Cars. It's too hot
mhm.
here. There's a massive Le Car graveyard down here outside of
You know, what?
Orlando.
I always wanted a Carmendia Volkswagen,
Oh yeah,
and then I learned that they're not that reliable because it's too hot here
yeah.
where I
They
live,
didn't run
and
very
they're
well
air
down here
cooled.
either.
It's South Park. Okay. Mine's 9 years old. Yeah. I had a Focus. We didn't get the Fiesta, but my one of my first new cars to me was a not Ford, Chevy Aveo, which was a Korean made car. I love that car. That car was great. Um,
That's like the Geo
yeah,
Metro and all that time when they were making those little. I know what you're talking
I
about.
loved. I love little cars. The car accident I was in a smart car. I was T-boned by an F-250. So yeah, lucky to be living here, guys. Lucky to be living. So we don't let little things like worrying about what other people think about us
No,
stop us from being on YouTube, guys. All the trolls troll on because it's just a hobby for them. And as the thing is, as a content creator of a channel, you can delete all those comments.
oh yeah.
You know. So there was something else I was going to say along the lines of bad
Ooh.
of comments, troll comments, because I was watching Romina and something else. I'll have to come back to it. I don't remember. I'll have to write this down. I keep telling myself, Jackie, when you get an idea, write it down, and then I don't, and I forget. You
Ding
know,
ding 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 ding. You need a notebook that stays on your desk and does not move.
I do. I have one, but I'm often not here when and right now it's all my diabetic numbers, but it's and I actually have a tablet, and I've been moving. I've been moving things again. Oh, for people that are new to the chat who just came in, I want to show you my new to me bag. I'm late to the party. This is a Dinky, which Dinkies have been around forever. Yes, I know, but I didn't understand the greatness until I got uh the Disney one, and because I loved it so much, I went and found this and asked forgiveness later with the budget and got this one. And look, it has the glitter and the inside it has sparkly. If my sister does not steal this from me, she's a magpie. She loves everything that has sparkles. And normally I don't go for sparkles. I actually did see it when I bought it because I just saw smooth leather. I love smooth leather. Um, yes, your coach. Ooh, I actually. Oh, you're not gonna believe this, Jesus. This is so funny. Or Jesus. This notebook is my Dollar Tree notebook. My actual really good notebooks. I have 4 or 5 of them from Coach. I should pull that out. I have one. I have two in my one at the office, two in my Sunday school bag, and I have 3 over there that I should probably pull out and put out here. But I went and bought one from the Dollar Tree. So I have a $50 notebook and I bought the $1.25. Oh my goodness. Um why did I do that? Ooh, yes, nice new bag. Thank you. And it
If you
has
eat
a back pocket. Yes, this is why I
if you
love it.
eat
It
your
fits
cake
just well.
though, if you eat your cake and use the expensive ones, then you can't have them. So you can't eat them and have them too.
But that's why they're notebook covers. I also already bought I also already bought the replacement inserts. I actually have several of these covers. I have like 5 of these notebooks because I love them. And did I
Yes.
remember to? I have two. Okay, I have two from Michael Kors. Not as nice as the ones that are from um, what's it called? Coach. I just got a notification that Tanner Leatherstein has another video. I've got to go.
Oh,
Anyway, we have about 10 minutes if y'all have questions or anything, because I have, as much as I want to hang out and talk
of
with you,
these
my husband's going to abandon me to go eat pizza without me, and I want to go have pizza with him. So we're going to go have pizza.
out
Yeah,
of the
Mr.
house.
Watson, he went barking at the back door. Um, I know bags are like pockets. Oh, yeah, totally. Um, oh, yeah, oh no, what I use in, what I use back pockets for is when I'm not holding my phone that goes in here, but I'm very paranoid about my phone and my bags. I do not, the bags sit in front of me, never behind me, and only to the side if nobody's next to me. I've been robbed, guys. I've been
Yeah.
robbed. I am very, my mother's been robbed. I'm very careful, and I live not in it. That's why I don't like crowds. I don't like being people next to me. I don't trust y'all. Not walking down the street, not in the subway, not in the bus, not in the parking lot, especially not in the grocery store. Like y'all, give me space. I will make a ruckus. We'll make a ruckus.
Kicking up a ruckus.
I love the good ones and have the Dollar Tree ones too. They'll be all, ooh, that's
Yes.
a notebook, Jolie. Yep, for the pizza.
I started collecting the
Okay.
agendas before the handbags, actually. I have like 5 different sizes. This is my only GM though.
I actually did have a Louis Vuitton one. I actually traded it away to DD Bean because I never used it. I actually
Right.
didn't like it as much. The canvas, maybe because it was a small one, but the canvas, and I wanted a small one, but it was not as flexible as the Coach one.
Oh no, they're not. No, these are stiff.
So they're too stiff. Yeah,
And
yeah.
then yeah, this one's a little more flex. Well, not really. They're pretty stiff because they've got the layer of
hmm
leather, and then this has 2 layers of leather, so they're
hmm
pretty thick.
But yeah, I've been rearranging things again. And no, I can't find anything. I have looked for. I am missing 3 bags. I cannot find. Um,
You'll find them.
yeah, yeah. That was that. Watson was barking because he had it. Oh no, he was barking because he heard something outside. And he ran. He had to. He's as a pug. His job is to alert us that there's a thing. uh, it doesn't mean anything. The guard dog, the Great Dane, his job is to guard us. So Watson will run away from you and go bark at something. Milo will stand there. He'll bark, but he won't leave your side. He'll be like, "Excuse me, I'm making sure you're safe because those people or whatever's over there are not." Um, enjoy the rest of
Good.
your evening, Jackie. When is your vlog sale going to be? Oh, okay. So vlog sales, I think I might be putting things in the community post or
That's a good
bringing
idea.
up sale items in my video in my lives. Um, the thing is December, and I don't want people to have or feel torn about buying something for me or buying something for someone else or it's not going to get to you by Christmas because shipping right now is a nightmare. I could desperately sell some things because I need to make a credit card payment, but I'm probably going to do it in January. I need to send the herd. It kills me. It hurts. It's painful. I don't want to do it, so I'm dragging my feet a little here. I'm not too, you might see some community posts of some bags for sale, but and I might do a real sale. I'm working on some group videos for January. There's a couple of tags I've missed that I haven't been able to film, and there's just a lot of stuff happening that I just have to sit down and do it, honestly. And today, I filmed a video yesterday for January, but I'm behind. I'm honestly behind. Normally, by this time, the 8th of the month, I have had the rest of January would have been finished. Um, so what am I missing? Ha! Please send me good wishes. Oh yes, absolutely will behave well. Totally will. My pug never. Scared, yeah. Well, some pugs aren't. Some pugs are sleepy. They're just like roll over. But my pug is Mr. Alert Dog. Um, So yeah, I should be going live again on Sunday, and I'll probably, if I go live Sunday, and I don't know when I'm going live, but I know for sure I'm going live Tuesday. So Tuesday I'll have a couple things for sale, and they're not going to be super expensive, and they're um hopefully they'll get to you within a reasonable time. But the mail right now is being ridiculous. Like I had somebody mail something to me priority, and it should have been here, and it's not here. And it's not lost. It's just not here. You know. Uh, Send me a message instead. I don't see community posts. Yeah, I can do that. Beautiful steps. I already sending you something in the mail. We already talked about it. So the other out before I send it in the mail, I'll send you more photos. But I don't know if I have anything else that you want. Um, Check with Chris always takes someone that pays cash on the spot. That's how I've been selling mine. Yeah, I've been doing it all through PayPal or Mercari. Um, so I don't want to. I don't honestly. I don't like meeting people for like Facebook Marketplace or selling that way, just because bad experiences in the past. So I'm not too inclined now. And a few times I've purchased from other people, I have had to drive well out of my way to go there. It wasn't worth the gas, to be honest.
Oh,
I'd
I wouldn't
rather,
do it.
yeah, I'd rather just
Just say no
um,
deal. No
oh,
deal.
like consignment. So I could take them to like Clothes Mentor. There's a couple in San Antonio I could go to, but honestly, the consignment shops here not
Mm-mm.
good. I'd rather sell them for $50 and including shipping for $50 than some of the consignment stores are like, well, we'll give you $10 for that. Like I'm not sure if she shared this before. D Higginbotham, she just sent some of her bags to consignment, and it was robbery. They made off like bandits, and she was left worth so much more than they gave her, even for consignment purposes. Um, yeah, Chris says I won't meet anyone, not this time of year. Yeah, no. Too
Yeah.
full to do. Yeah, right now makes a dangerous situation. Agreed. I won't meet anyone around the holidays. Yep. Nope. Nope. No, not at all. Um, Anyhow, okay, so I'll just keep talking. I'll have some stuff for a vlog sale on Tuesday for sure. I'm gonna spend the rest of the weekend corralling a few things. It's not gonna be a lot. It's not gonna be super awesome. It's just a few things. But if you like them, they can also be yours. You know? Yeah, D. I hear you. I sold some stuff for a third of the value because we had to pay for car repair payments. I understand. I absolutely understand. I've sold so much stuff this year. I can't even. Um, Linda S. Thank you, Julie and Jackie. Have a great evening, everyone. Good luck with your car shopping. Jesus, enjoy pizza and the hubbies. Yes, well, I'll see you, Jesus, tomorrow. Hopefully, Super Naked will not be
In the middle of the night to us.
midnight. You never know with him. And
I
it's
woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and he had just started one time. So
that's
yeah, it's
true.
like
I think that was last
whatever.
weekend, actually. Okay. Okay. Good night. I'm ending this before I keep talking.
Good night.